is me, Trader Max from the Shogun Gun Show here on February 11th, 2025. It's so hard to say the date now. It's a constant reminder of me like, damn, this stuff's flying by now. But really, this year has gone pretty well for us. We have a lot of great stuff happening today. And in this show today, we're here with our Shill, our Chill, and our Alpha. And of course, did I have the media up? There it is, just like that. No sponsor today, but you know what? We're going to sponsor the show here today. But I'm joined by some awesome panelists. Some you know, some are brand new. But let's start out with Johnny Suede. How you doing from the Suede Coin? How you doing today, bud?
I'm glad to be here. It's a great show, great project that you guys have. As you know, going back and forth, and the Anvil bot is phenomenal. So appreciate everything you guys are building, and just love jumping into the community and other communities that I'm not yet familiar with. So I'm just glad to be here.
Oh, thanks, Johnny. I appreciate that. Big flowers right out of the bot. And of course, what did I do when I first came in? I started talking to the panelists, and not one of my best friends and my awesome partner in this network, Crypto Quinton, buddy. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic, sir. How about you?
You always got your nose to the grindstone. I swear to God. It's a hardworking. I don't know where you get that from. It might be DNA. I don't know who your dad is, but he's a pretty cool dude, I guess. But you work so hard, my man. I swear. And it's not just I'm biased because you're my boy, but you are just when I turn around and there's just all this stuff done and I don't have to rely on anybody else in that factor. It's just awesome, dude. And I know your team is really well done and you've helped teach them a lot. So thanks for being here and keeping the show in the I can talk it good. You make it good. So I appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you. That means a lot.
All right. So next up in the panelist area, we got Jordan Simmons from Crouton Jones.
Max,
Buddy.
happy to be here. Happy to be on the gun show, man. Feeling the guns
man.
here.
Feeling the guns, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
Right? Oh man, I feel so bad. Like I don't get a chance to go out and work out as much as I used to. Even though I teach, 3 or 4 times a week in the dojo, I still miss it. Right there, you go. He's up there getting his guns out. I got to start getting back into the gym, which is in the basement, again. But that's so far away. That's like 15 steps. You know how far that is to some people? That's really
far. I mean, going up and down the steps, man, it's brutal.
Yeah.
So.
I got to put down the latte and the Corolla and, and I got to go do stuff. I got to get a towel. I got to put it on my face.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's all good. All right. So here, drop that down, Mr. Quinton. Thank you. All right. Next up, we got Wheels from the ETF Coin. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How are you? Thanks for having me on.
Oh, really awesome, man. I'm really glad that you're here. It's the first time. There we go.
We got our merch store live right now.
It's the sound of investment. That's right. In my town, it's the sound of warning. Like food was a little too good.
Yeah, exactly.
we have a lot of fun with the fart humor here. All right. And then last but not least, we got the infamous Ghost from Just a Lotto. How you doing, brother? Just a Lotto.
Hey, I'm doing well. Thank you for having me back. I wore a tighter shirt today, so you guys can really, see the guns.
You got the guns? Yeah.
I worked out before, got a good pump, We're here.
Yep.
We're here.
Fully automatic system happening over there. That's awesome, brother. That's awesome. And as most of you know, this is not his first rodeo being here. You're becoming like an institution here. We appreciate you being here. Your verbiage, who you are, your statements, it's just everything about you is just awesome to have and be a part of. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, brother. Listen, this is how this works today. We bring in the panelists. We have an opportunity. We're going to be having a good conversation. So the show portion, we're going to bring up some people down below. We got some great coins today. Some that you know, some that you don't, some that you'll get to know here in this show. But we also have our chill portion. And today's chill portion is a little freaky. I mean, we got to have some real conversation here, right? We got to be talking about some very, like last week, on Saturday, we talked about Murphy's Law, and that was a great conversation. But today, we're going to be talking about the normie market and how important is it? I know that's like a really loaded question, but there's so many of you that are loaded with this mentality, right? Like, how important is the normie market to you? These panels are going to be able to provide. Plus, we're going to bring up some people from the Schiller Network, those that are sharing their Twitters out. I want them to be here as well, and they can help provide some information from their network as well. So we'll hear from panelists and from some of the Schillers down below. To be able to talk about this. And we want to hear like real honest, and you're not going to hurt anybody's feelings because we've heard it all here. So it's all good from there. All right. And then the final part, which is the alpha. And that's one of my favorite parts because we get to talk about all the things we've been building. But that's one of the rules. You can't be just talking about something that you want to have come out or that you wish would happen, like you want to build a rocket to Jupiter. We want this thing out like within the next 2 weeks. Our panelists are guided by that. The Shillers, yeah, you can say anything you'd like about your alpha that's coming, but try to keep it in that because we want our viewers, which there is already a lot of them, to be able to go to your coin and probably front run that alpha because that's the intent, right? Build alpha, build excitement, build FOMO, and make it happen. Now, as a last little bit of some housekeeping, if you're watching this stream right now in your favorite TG or your favorite Twitter account from your coin, please put into the comments every little thing you could say about who you're talking about, right? So if it's your guy or girl up there talking, give them the flowers, give them the love, show it in the links to the coin, do whatever you can do. Be promotion, right? Put the promotion out there. Also, retweet this as many of your own personal accounts as possible. That's going to get the numbers up for your particular stream in there. So retweet the stream that's happening on your particular coin, not just mine. I don't want all the love. I want you guys to share the love out there. So share your coin stuff out there. Get your raid teams. If you're in here right now, and if you're the organizer of the coins, get your raid teams to raid the stream for your particular stream. Or if you're not, you can rate ours. That'd be awesome too, because then I'll bring you back even more and this show will get even more numbers. Like right now, normally I would wait until after we get the first couple of shills up, but we're already getting closer. It's like 350 people in this thing and it's just flying off the handle now. We just hit 352 as we were talking about it. And these are concurrent viewers. It's not consecutive. These are current viewers that are watching right now because it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, and it keeps. If the show is really good, it's really going to go up. So I'm really looking forward to this show today because we got some powerful people here. We got a great conversation to have. And I know already, even with us, we got some great alpha to release in the process. But with no further ado, let's begin the process. And the first person we're going to bring up is Dave.
It's happening, guys.
Buddy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. And yourself, Max?
Man, this has been awesome. It's just, and I'm sorry, I'm looking away at the same. I'm underneath I'm underneath my head, our head batters here, so I do apologize. Click that right there. We go. I don't want to cover my own beautiful face. We're doing great. Like this show has just given us so much. Trying to get the links to fire off here. There we go. I'm going to grab all the stuff for the Trump stuff here and get it up over here. But no, it's been a really great couple of days. Anytime there's the markets up and down, we always, everybody's always trying to wonder whether or not you should even be in this industry. And I say, you know what? If you're swimming in the river, it doesn't matter which way the river bends, left, right, or center. You already know how to swim, right? And if the river runs dry a little bit, well, you already know how to walk. And if it starts to come back fast, you know how to run. So that's the big thing for us. But I appreciate you being here today. I got your stuff up. I'm going to get you up in prime position so you can start chilling and tell us what TDS is.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for having me. So TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome. Coin started about 3 months ago, obviously around Trump and all the chaos he is causing. And today it has gone absolutely viral. You guys get on X, type in TDS. It seems like someone is posting something about Trump every second regarding liberals, politics. Anything he does right, someone's finding something to do wrong. So TDS was launched in November before he was confirmed as president. And I've jumped in maybe about 4 or 5 weeks ago. I'm just a community member there that has a good sized wallet and really love this community because the dev is still there. The original team is still there. I've been in meme coins for just under a year now, and it seems like things launch and then they disappear. They CTO. And that's what's been so great about TDS is the original guys are there. We have momentum going. We're starting to work on some new things within the group, finding memes, and the content on X just keeps pumping every single day. People are putting out videos, memes, photographs, and TDS just seems to be everywhere. So might as well jump in on the TDS meme coin.
I love it. I did a show for a few years in the political world called Left, Right, and Real.
Okay.
And that mentality has always been powerful for me, right? Like everybody should have your opinion. You should have that process. But the derangement system that has happened, man, I don't know from either side. It's for and against, and so far left and right. It's crazy. But as a meme coin, that's something that doesn't really matter because it has projection and it seems to work well for the chart. Being a community member, what do you see the sentiment in your community at? Do you see a positive Trump, more of like, oh, you guys just be shut down? Do you see any backlash from it?
Thankfully, we haven't had any backlash, but obviously, as you said, on the political side, you have some people for and against it. So if there's anyone against it, obviously you're welcome to voice your opinions in the chat. And I think we're a mature enough group there to hear both sides, but everything has been really positive for Trump, for everything that's going on. You look at Musk finding the spending, all the stuff in Congress. For the American people, everything seems to be positive, and our followers and our members seem to have really similar political views to that, which makes it such a great meme.
That is awesome. And I love it when political coins give yourself a value of being able to hear from the other side, because you don't want to ostracize everybody. But I think, who is it that said it? Howard Stern said that all his haters are still viewers or listeners. So, you got to keep that in mind too, as you're building out that relationship in there.
Exactly. Even bad news or negative talk is still discussing the coin, still discussing the project. And maybe there's something that would be brought to light that we didn't understand. Or as I posted this morning on X, there was a news reporter that had a severe case of TDS. And then now she's been cured. She actually sees what's going on, what's happening within the spending and all the stuff that's brought to light, and it's opening up eyes. And the great thing about this meme also is, Trump's only going to be in office for the next 4 years, but this dude is on fire right now. Who knows what Trump's going to do after the presidency? Anything he touches has controversy, has people praising him, people hating him. I know in our personal life, I've lost friends because of this. I have people posting, "You voted for Trump. I hope you freaking die." Like, that's crazy. That's like to a T. And that's what makes this meme so awesome, is the content and the political times we're in. It's just absolutely perfect.
It is, and I feel no matter what it is, the air of light that's coming from this industry in this world. We could probably went political in our conversation today, but I'll try to prevent that. It is a good thing. It's good for the relationship of having a coin and keeping the conversation open, but it also means that there's a lot more activity and brought to light of the corruption that's there. So I really do appreciate you being here today, Dave. Thanks a lot for shilling your coin. Is there anything lastly you would like to say? Anything coming out for you guys, or anything to pay attention to?
I would just say we're going to keep posting content. I'm really looking to bring on quality members within the group. We're trying to build a solid community. We're looking for artists and things like that. As I mentioned, TDS is posted everywhere on X. So me and a few members have kind of talked about putting together maybe a competition to create our art. We want to be the go-to memes that people are posting when someone tags someone and says they have a Trump derangement syndrome. So we're really trying to create those viral memes. And if there's anyone there that wants to join a solid community, has the original founders intact, that can bring that creativity to it, we would love to have you. And thanks again for having me on today. This is my first time doing this, and absolutely awesome to be part of this.
Well, you did perfect, buddy, for being the first time shilling and being on something like this is awesome. As a last little bit from a trader, it's in the name, Trader Max. I'm looking at the working channel here, a little big giant deviation. I'm not worried about it. It comes back down to being in the mean, which when things set up like this means it's a heavy working channel, which I love, because we love to invest in that organization of it staying between the channel and working it, because it's predictable at that point. So if you're a trader, make sure you check out the chart over at TDS, and I'm pretty sure Dave will be back many, many moons, many times again. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks again. Appreciate it.
No worries. All right. So that's how simple it is. Now, as a quick update here, You're watching the Shogun Gun Show, and you are here. It's the 11th of February. Jesus, boy, again, going so much. But let me take a screenshot of what we got going right now. We just pierced 831 viewers, concurrent viewers right now. I'm going to show that right here, almost screenified. And you said, I always capture everybody at their worst case scenario. Everybody looks so somber and everybody looks so happy. But then you look at me and I look like I'm trying to chew wood off a tree right now. I swear to God. But we got Just Lotto, which, whoa. Okay, first off, Just Lotto. What the heck, buddy? Okay, you can't be outdoing the host, man. What's up with that? Nice job. You're getting there. 291 to 294. That's a neck and neck race right there, bud. Trader Max with 6. Wheels at 23. Sharpie Token with 125. Base Keck with 41. Johnny Sweet. Now, see, there's the. I'm okay now. I feel better. You know, he's got a lot of viewers over on YouTube, and we're still only getting like 4 or 5. And they're all Suede X is at 44. Now, remember, this is not so much about the numbers in the big race of numbers and who's doing best, but even just one viewer, because we all know what one viewer can do, right? One viewer could be the whale. It could be the big changer. It could be the guy who knows just about everything and going to come in and help you build out even more. So all you need is one viewer. So it's not about the big numbers in there, but as the big numbers go, it's between Lotto and us. I hope we have a good competition. All right. So that's how it works. We bring up one Shiller, and today it's a 1-to-1 ratio. It looks like we got everybody here. I want to bring up next. We're going to hit an actual. Let's see, who's your verse? I'll say. Let's do that. Let's bring up Lotto. You okay coming out right now? Cool.
I'm always ready. I'm always ready.
Do you want to share? Or you want me to share?
You can share. I'm not tech savvy. That's gonna be on your end. No, first of all, thank you so much for having us. Obviously, it's an honor. Yeah, I know it's not so much about the numbers right now because we're leading, but you know we're very competitive, Trader Max.
Yes, so I know, brother. I know how competitive. You and your silly community with all your positiveness and happiness and fun. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, honestly, that's what it's about, right? I mean, I think this pandemic shifted us all remote at one point, right? And I saw how many people were just feeling so isolated and so alone. And unfortunately, with social media, all you consume is the negative. It's just what kind of captivates you, if you will. And it was really rough to kind of witness. So I jumped on the mic and just started doing spaces in regards to trying to be uplifting and motivational or spiritual, try to encourage individuals. And I got approached by someone within a community that wanted to launch Just a Lotto. And for a very long duration of time, I was doing crash courses for day trading, free crash courses, just try and give people as much information as possible for them to do away with. I never thought in a million years I would be, backing a token, a meme token. But the individual that approached me had such a good thought process of how we could help the community itself straight flourish because we're so bonded. We stick together. So we're thick, the numbers don't lie, right? Yeah. But it started off just a lotto and it kind of turned into a movement. The whole concept behind it was about risk management. You jump in early on, later on, it doesn't make any difference. But the moment you get an opportunity to take out that original investment and let those profits ride, it becomes just that, just a lotto. Now, beyond just a lotto, we wanted to really understand how is it possible to make a meme coin more long-term. And so what we came out with was the Lotto Ballers. Special shout out to Safe Moon YOLO. She's the one that's created this entire line you see here on the screen. That's Shotgun Donovan Dice right there. The Lotto Ballers kind of came from the backstory of in the California lottery, there's 69 balls. We have 69 Lotto Ballers, right? A lot of people think we're cheeky, but it's not. It's really the California lottery ball system that has 69. But what happened is a meteor struck the actual plant itself where these balls are being made. Unfortunately, those once inanimate objects became the Lotto Ballers. They came to life. And the way we did it is each one of them have a number 1 through 69 embedded in their body or their head one way or another. We launched that first NFT line back in January. Actually, I'm lying. It was December. It sold out in 17 minutes, all 69 of them. They were about $400 or $500 a pop. They sold out in 17 minutes. And it wasn't because of just the fact that they're NFTs. One, we have utility with them. So we play poker. Trader Max will be there today, Tuesday. We play poker Tuesdays and Fridays. Tonight's game's at 6:00 p.m. Friday games are at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard. But these lotto ballers actually give you half off every tournament we play, which is 104 a year. It also gives you one free tournament every single month. On top of that, we had to put the lotto in the mix, right? So what did we do? We decided to purchase a mechanical lottery ball machine, plug in, turn the button, the balls go all crazy in it, and it shoots out a ball. If your number that you possess on the NFT hits, then you hit the lotto.
Wow.
We've given out over 20,000 in cryptocurrency since we launched, if not probably way more than that, to be honest, when you talk about tokens we give, but actual cryptocurrency, we've given out over $25,000 at this point. We want to reward the long-term holders. I think that was the way. If you want to be a meme coin and you want to last, it can't just be memes. They kind of fade out at one point, Can only intrigue and entice people to join your community for so long. So we felt like we just needed that stick together camaraderie type of environment. And that's the way to do it. Reward the long-term holders. So we were so beyond excited to sign a partnership with SoulBank. SoulBank is so huge, and I encourage communities that want long-term growth to just reach out to them. They allow farming of your native token. So our lotto tokens, as a holder, we can farm through SoulBank once we got listed. It doesn't cost you any extra. You don't have to match it with Solana or match it with their SB tokens. You literally just jump on and you put your own tokens on there and you farm. If you go to dashboard actually and hit the farming portion, I think it might say farm somewhere on there. Yeah, there you go. And you look at the third one down on the bottom. No, a little bit up, my fault.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. You can see we have over 620 million last time?
Yeah. 611 million.
611 million is 61% of our supply is being farmed. I mean, we are beyond long-term oriented. Everything is about being long-term, but what the benefit is of farming these, every 8 hours, we're getting SB tokens. Now you can take those SB tokens and you can stake, or you can just swap them for more lotto tokens or swap them for Solana, whatever you want. But essentially all of our holders that are participating in here, which is over 220 of them, we're getting paid while we sleep. It's very rare to find a meme token that actually has value to hold for a long duration of time. And that's what we've been trying to create with Just the Lotto. We want to ensure that we continue to innovate and bring things that already is out there, but bring it to the forefront to encourage individuals to stop player versus player, PvPing each other. Find a place that you can call home, gain conviction in it, and enjoy the journey. Between karaoke and poker and lottery balls, we don't stop having a good time daily on Spaces. I host Spaces every single day to ensure that we all got a place to unwind after a hard day. Try to become the best version of yourself. Trader Max, that's what we want to do, right? We're always trying to be on our pursuit to perfection, which we'll never get to, but it's enjoyable to be a part of it. So
that's why it's a pursuit. It's not the destination. It is like the travel of it, right? The perfect travel venue, man. It's awesome. I love it. Well, 100%. Thank you. I'm glad that you're going to be here with us and panelists. I can't wait to hear about the Normie conversation with you today because you're always inspirational. I always get some great brain trust stuff from you guys every single time. And I appreciate you being here today, Ghost. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
And let me touch on that too. In our chill portion, there's something that I've done for the last 4 or 5 shows is we create this mentality of coming up with a concept about what we talk about. Today, we're going to be talking about normies in the market, and how important they are. And I've written some pretty powerful programs and systems and solutions for some of the things that are like fight and FUD with FUD and some little cute little things that we start talking about people. And these things all come from you. So when we create these, I create them with the essence of everybody in their communication. I take notes while we're doing the show. It may look like I'm being rude, but I'm actually writing a lot of notes over here. But this is what I do. This is my superpower. It's like coming up with systems of networks and solutions for people. And we came up with a really good system for fighting FUD. We came up on how, like last Saturday's show, we came up with the STEAL method on, keeping strong when things go wrong, and they will go wrong. If you have a coin that nothing's ever gone wrong, you got somebody who's hidden the shit pretty well. And I don't like that, right? If I walk into a coin and don't hear something bad has happened, then it's not a real coin doing any work. You're not doing the work to be there. So, all right. So we've had the panelists come up. Now, unfortunately, we hit some milestones here that we didn't hit before. I didn't get a chance to talk about it because, of course, as soon as Ghost start talking, the numbers start going way up. We went from that 800, and I am waiting patiently. Maybe another 5-6 seconds as we break 1,300. In that space of less than 10 minutes, we brought another 500 people into this show right now. And why that's so important is because that's 500 extra eyes that did not know of you prior to this little video that they're watching right now. Let me share that with you right here. And I do this for a reason. It's not being egotistical, but I want people to know that the power of this show is not just in having a few people come up and just blather on about anything, but people are really listening and watching. These are concurrent viewers. This is not just viewers that came to us and left. These are because the number will go up and it will go down. But the algorithm is because we're on so many different X's of all of you beautiful people that are in the room, you sharing that with us. We have the numbers that they're going. Just a lot of you're still trailing by one. It's just that one person. I don't know. It might be my grandmother, might be my great uncle Ted that's in there right now watching the show. One more than you at that point, but you are doing wonderful. Everybody else is doing absolutely wonderful. Sharby with 190. Everybody kicking their numbers in, which we really do appreciate. It's going to come down to the one, isn't it? It's not going to be like no. You're going to blow me out of the water here soon, aren't you? I know.
I was going to say, don't look at it right now.
Yeah, don't look at it. Oh no, really? He just went. Oh, you son of. Oh nope, it's back in. We got it. He's 483 to 488 now, and we hit 1345 in the numbers.
That's
so
it. I'm making a tweet. No, I'm just kidding.
You might have to. We got our crew in the back promoting it out everywhere, and I suggest everybody else do the same and have fun with it. And this is what it is about, isn't it, Mr. Quinton? All right. So who's next up? I think that we had. In the series here. Okay, so it was all dialed up from the Sharby coin, another long-term friend of the Shogun network. How you doing, all dialed up?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm doing so wonderful. It's not even funny.
Dave did awesome. Ghost did awesome. So
yeah.
Okay, I'll see if I can continue it.
No, you got this. We're afraid to follow you after what you come out and talk
about.
Yeah.
Yesterday, though, I was off my game. I was like, I got off and I was like, it's just one of those days. But it's okay. I'm here for it. And like Ghost said, it's like progress, not perfection. And we just try every day. And my first Shill, I was hiding in the closet. So I've made progress. Sweating bullets. But good morning, everyone. Once again, the Shogun Show. Thank you for having us. I love coming here. I love the platform. It's growing. It's building. And just if you can tune in every week or get yourself a spot on the show, I am just really excited to be here and be back. Sharby, quickly, she is the queen of memes. She turned 2 years old a few weeks ago. We're currently on the Base and Solana chain. We are a paid-to-hold meme coin. Like Ghost was saying, we build out revenue streams and we share that revenue with our holders. The main goal of Sharby is that you don't ever need to sell Sharby and you can hold on to that investment because you're making enough income passively that there's no reason to sell, right? So last March, we went and launched Sharby Dream Factory, and Sharby Dream Factory is basically an umbrella under Sharby. And we are creating revenue streams out of the Dream Factory. So we have our own volume bot on Solana. We offer trending services. If you need help with CG, CMC, come to us. We can support you. If you want to legalize a DAO or your project needs legal support, we are connected with some phenomenal attorneys. We can help you with that. We can connect you and get you the support you need. Or if you want to legalize something, reach out to us. And right now, we are currently getting ready to launch Sharby.fun on Base Chain. We have been building and grinding on this one, and we're actually in our final stages of stress testing. So we started out, we opened it up to our DAO group. We are opening it up. It's now open to our BBC, which is our Boom Boom Capital Whale group. And we're just implementing all that stress test on the platform itself. It's very innovative. It's unique. The UI is phenomenal. It looks good. It's easy to use, easy for that normie to come in, whether you're a developer or you're a trader. It basically will have it all for you. And also there is rewards in each of them, right? So as a developer, you can actually select to airdrop some of your token to Sharby holders. That's going to give exposure. As a user, there will be referral links. We'll have a tiered referral system. In this tiered referral system, you can earn up to 25% of the fees collected back to you. If you're referring Sharby.fun, you will be able to claim your referral rewards daily. You can go in, you can pull the money you've made, and that's yours. And if you qualify as a Sharby holder, you are part of the revenue, getting a share of that revenue from Sharby.fun. And this is huge, right? You have other platforms that have launched. They're privately owned. They make 500 million in January. Could you imagine holding a token that's sharing that revenue with you? It's really great. There's going to be so much to it. We're very excited about it. I think it's innovative, and we've put a lot of thought from every angle into Sharby.fun. So stay tuned for that. I think we'll be ready to launch very, very soon. Hopefully I can come back and talk about that. But Sharby, we've given back over $1 million to our holders since January of 23. And really we're here to change the perspective of what to expect from your meme coin, right? This is something where you can hold, you can earn passively. And I just welcome everyone. Give us a follow on X, come into our TG. We've been grinding 2 years through the bear, and we're excited. We're excited. Last but not least, Max, we do have a Git book. And I just urge everyone, if you're wondering about Sharby, when you have a coin that's multi-chain, when you have a coin that has a lot of moving parts, a big ecosystem, it's a lot to take in at once, especially when I'm shilling for just a few minutes. So if you go right here, Max is showing you, we have a Git book, and Git books are normally used for like tech and things like that. But we utilize the platform in order to really lay out our entire ecosystem, the benefits of holding Sharby, what it takes to hold, how to create a wallet, where to buy. It's all there for you. The referral structure. If you want to be a partner, join us. Yeah, it's just all there in the Git book. So check out that Git book. It's linked through our link tree at the header on X. And I hope to see you all soon. But thank you.
Absolutely. Listen, there's a lot of people when we first got into this is like, in our team that said, would you bring on other people that do what you do, like try to do what you do? I said, yeah, absolutely. They're like, aren't you afraid of competition? I was like, hell no. I mean, because there's so much room in this world. I don't even see you as competition because you do this so well. Like it would take me another 1.5 years of ideas every single day to even get a third of what you got going on right now. I got to tell you, I love it. In fact, I want to reach out to you and be a partner of you guys and come in as an alliance and help with that process as well. Because I really love what you guys provide, the clean look, the value of what you provide. So count us in.
Thank you. Thank you. And yes, we should chat.
Yes, because I love that you always come in and offer so much value to our network. And I really do appreciate it. You're just here as a shiller. I think the last couple of times when you've been here and as just a shiller, you put up your stream, you put your money where your mouth is. And I love that, Just a Lotto and, Ghost and all those guys that are out there that do that. We don't make it mandatory for you to do it. The only thing mandatory is the panelists. But when the shillers come in and they share it right off the bat, like we got No Hat, we got all these other people that do that right off the bat. It's amazing. I love it. So thank you so much for being here today.
You're welcome. And thank you. Thank you for the flowers.
It's awesome. And, it's something that is super powerful that when you got that much experience, like her whole entire team is just just riddled with all this love of things that are all things about crypto and keeping the legality of things. That's tough. A DAO system is super hard to maintain its structure. All right, so that was another Shiller. We're going to bring on up, and you know what? I think it's time for another quick station real quick here. We're just going to come up, and we pierce the veil of 1,655. So we're doing pretty well within that solution there. I pulled ahead a little. I got one extra tweet in there, right? I pulled ahead a little. We're at 653 to 603. Mr. Trainer Max is hitting it 38. Sharby token, she's catching up at 207. Base is in there with 68. There's a tie for Suede for two of that's both at 68, and we're running it. I swear, I should be in I don't want to be an announcer for a horse race, but it's fun to see the little competition that we got going on there, Ghost. I appreciate you. Everybody else, remember, it is all about the efforts and getting that out there. If you are watching this stream, the Shogun Gun Show, over on your favorite stream, your favorite coin, make sure that you're putting those love up there. I don't know if you've seen when Ghost was talking, there's all that all those flowers coming over for Ghost and all that process, but all of you should have those as well. You should get your communities involved and get them structured to be saying what they believe about who you are. I keep mine out so I can keep your guys in, because if not, there's a lot of people over there. I hope they love me or appreciate me. I don't know. I don't get many over here because I don't ask for them there, but you got to ask. Have fun with it. All right, let's bring up next Mr. Quinton. Which one of the next panelists was in first? Do you remember?
EFT.
Wait. No, that's a Shiller, right?
No, sir. He's a panelist.
Oh, he's a panelist. I'm sorry.
ETF.
No, ETF. That's right.
Oh, my bad.
I was like, wait a minute. Who the fuck is EFT?
I know, it's confusing. ETF.
Right,
E-Trade Fart. Here we go.
E-Trade Fart. Love it. Where's Chloe when you need her, Quinton?
All right. So,
that's
cue me off, or whatever you want.
Yeah. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to get you here. You got to get there we go. Get your queen up there. Get you set in the position. And 3, 2. Okay. Let me go up here. I want to get your website up first. There we go. And there.
All righty. Well, again, I really appreciate you guys having me on today. And, I just want to put this out there that this is my doxing event. So this is the first time anybody in the community has seen my face. And I just want to say,
really?
Yeah, debuted on your show. We've been a token for 18 days, and this is where I wanted to dox my face and show everybody my beautiful mug. Somebody said that Jordan looks a little bit like me, or we could be brothers. So
I don't know. Yeah,
kind of CTO team.
Oh no, I'm kind of seeing it now. Like, wait a minute. I gotta do a side by side.
I don't know if he's bald, but I'm bald under here. So yeah.
Wait.
There we go.
Long lost brothers. Let's go.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Found right here on the Shogun Gun Show. Awesome. All right, let's get back into it. There we go. ETF, Eat, Trade, Fart. Welcome. Uh-oh. Is that me? You guys there?
No, sir. I think he's cutting out a little bit. He's frozen right now.
He's frozen. He's in the middle of the woods. We'll wait a couple of seconds as he comes back in.
Oh, my long lost brother.
And now he's frozen. I don't know what you did. You DDoS him, man, right there. You doxed him right out. So, all right. So let's kind of keep going, moving forward. We'll come back to E-Trade Fart. Maybe it was a really big one. In fact, since then, let's bring on his future brother in the process, Jordan Simmons. Thank you so much for being here from Crouton Jones. Let me get your stuff up here just in case.
Max, thank you for having me, man. It's such an honor to be here on this stage as a panelist. Very, very exciting. Found my brother here today. He rugged out. But,
oh, no, right. Yeah, that happens every once in a while. It doesn't happen to us on this side, but it happens on that side every once in a while. It looks like he's living in the woods, too, so it'd be very hard to find if it's text out there. I think he's back up again. You there with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Hey, no worries. That stuff happens. We were going to move into.
PR booted me right out. Sorry. I was actually get the hell out of here.
I was actually really worried. He's like, the first time I'm doxing myself, and it was like,
see,
someone took you out. It's like, that's a ninja behind you. Watch out.
The FBI's knocking on the door. I had to go. Sorry.
The black helicopters are flying over. The ETF's coming down. It's like, what the hell? Not that kind of ETF.
Yeah.
I love it, brother. All right, let's jump right back into it again. Thanks. And Jordan, your soon-to-be brother, came in and was like trying to help out there. Okay, good. Let's get you started right here. There we go.
All right. So, like I was saying, I appreciate everybody having me on today. Just how grateful I am to be on the CTO team at E-Trade Fart, and just, get on here and talk about, how great our meme is, and some things we got down in the next couple weeks on the project. So, ETF is a meme, obviously, about eating, trading, and farting, which is something that's how our community found each other. Was the token launched on Pump Fund 18 days ago. Within 2 hours, we were all talking on the Pump Fund thread board. There was no X, there was no TG. The dev that launched the token was like a serial launcher, but the meme was hilarious, right? So we all saw the benefit in the meme, and we jumped on the board and we started to coordinate. And we saw the dev sold after a couple hours, and the token took off after that. I mean, we hit a market cap of about 16.5 million in the first 24 hours. We were all starting the TG, starting the X, coordinating, getting everything together. And then, one of the big catalysts there was Andrew Tate actually tweeted about us, and said he was we found out later that he was one of the top token holders at the time. There were some other large groups on X that were promoting the token and talking about it. And really just, as the sell-off started to happen, the CTO team just got stronger and stronger. And some of the things that we've been working on in the last 18 days, we found a nice floor at the market cap we're at right now. We have 6 super active members on the CTO team. We have a merch store, obviously, that's already launched. We've got some fire graphics in there. They're on our website. If you go up to shop merch at the very top, and you can see there's the hoodie on there. You can hit shop merch. That takes you right to the merch store. We've got stickers, we've got hoodies, we've got hats, we've got color changing mugs. We've got all kinds of stuff, the products that we've launched. Just some of the stuff that we're working on as a project, right? So obviously the meme, we all believe the meme is just a long-term wonderful meme. We got the ETF ticker. We've got the eating, trading, and farting, something everybody can relate to. But, as the CTO team really started to get cohesive, we really started to think about, okay, well, where do we take this? We're in the meme space, we're in the Solana network here, and we really just want to take off and go to the next level, right? So as we started coordinating, we got listed on LBank, we got listed on KSEX. We're actively, they just announced it today, we're going to be on Binance. That partnership's just starting. They just announced it on their website today. That's going to be in about 3 days. Where it goes live for spot trading on Binance. We're on CoinMarketCap. We're on CoinGecko. We're submitted to get whitelisted on Jupiter. We've applied for Moonshot. We've applied for all of the major stuff, and we're really taking this to the next level where E-Trade Fart is something when you search for Solana something funny about farting, right? We're in a conversation. We're in a conversation there. So
take it away, Jordan. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. I don't know what happened. Okay, so he dropped down again. We do apologize that this happens every once in a while from people that are remote. Let me see if I got him back up here again. There you go.
You're good.
Back. Okay, you're good.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you took to Jordan. I thought Jordan was taking over, like he's actually the real person, and this is an avatar.
Yeah, right.
I'm like
it's really Jordan.
Looking version of Jordan, right?
Too funny. That is too funny.
So I'm just super pumped to be here and talking with everybody about E-Trade Fart. I really think that if you jump in our Telegram, we've got 1,200 members on our Telegram. We've got over 3,000 followers on our X account. That's in just over 2 weeks. There's so many great things going on in the project and so many things on the horizon, that new things coming out in the next couple of weeks. We have 3 or 4 centralized exchanges that we're actively engaged talking with right now to get listed on, and getting all that aggregated for that total volume. We hit 7 million volume on LBank recently. So there's just so many great things going on. And if anybody has any questions, love to answer any questions anybody might have about the project, about anything we got going on. So.
No, we really appreciate it. We try to save like an AMA stuff for like our AMA shows, but also stick with us because you're going to be doing some alpha, and I want you to talk about some of those getting on those dexes and sexes that are out there. That's very important for us
Yep.
to kind of keep it there. But thank you so much for I know it's tough, man. You're in the middle of the woods in China somewhere, or not like you're not in China.
I can't divulge my location.
Yes, you'll have to kill us all.
We do have 12,000 holders, so I'm sure some of those are probably celebrities like Andrew Tate. And,
we don't want them to know.
Now they know what I look like. They might try to come find me.
Like they think they're more prettier than you. Okay. But no, I did see that. As a trader goes, again, I like to look at the chart and look at that value. And this 316 value, the nice big little chunky movement here to about 40,000 market cap value there. But the big one is the holder value there. That is pretty powerful. There is something to say to have that many holders and to have natural volume coming over, which is always good. We do appreciate you being here and being a part. I can't wait to hear about your normie thoughts about what we're doing. I was trying to hold out. I don't think it happened. It got really close. It got to like 1950 and it dropped back down to 1920. Now it's back up again, 1924. We're going to put that out there right now, right here. Just like that. Let me see here. Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum. There it is. 712, 783, 223. Some big numbers in there. Lots of good people. Remember, this isn't about the overall number of everything, but as a collective, the Shogun Gun Show gets this value out there. Like there's a reason why it's doing it. This is not some fake botted kind of thing. This is these are people there. We see a percentage of people that come to the show up to the coins, show up to the network. You get people who say, oh, I saw you on the show, or I seen this process, or I heard you were doing this. This has real value. And plus, because we can share stuff in front of people and show it happening in front of you right now and show the chart instead of sitting in some space that's only going to get you maybe 50, 60 eyes, 100 eyes, 200 eyes, and listening, not even eyes, because they really, in spaces, you can't show anything. So this is the way of the future, folks. All right, Mr. Quinton, who do we have up next down below that is coming up the show? Was it Steven or I think it was Binks, right? From Keck on Solana?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's bring them up here. By the way, before we bring Binks out, the fact that we're only 45 minutes into the show and we're almost busting $2,000, and not saying that in another hour we should be at 4, but we should be we should be above 3,000 plus. Our all-time high for a regular weekly show is about 3,600. Okay, so if we break all-time highs, we might stick around if we can break it. If you are all cool with that, have a little extra time out of your day, I appreciate that, and I got some good stuff for you. If not, that's okay as well. But we've hit a total high of, I think, 8,000 plus in one of our other relative shows for a launch party, and we've hit 18,000 in a major launch party that we had for ourselves. So we're not afraid of the numbers because it does get value out there. So I hope that we have a cause to stay, and if you can, I appreciate it. If not, I can understand. But now we got Binks up from Keck on Solana. How you doing today, brother?
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? I'm doing well. How are you?
Very, very well. Let me get your stuff up and ready. I probably should have already had that. Normally I do that before the show fires off, but I want to make sure I got everything ready. And bring you up, whoop, and bang. There we go.
Cool. All right, guys. Yeah, so my name is Binks. I'm the founder of Keck on Solana. Keck is a meme coin. It is an ancient Egyptian deity of a man with the head of a frog. The lore goes really deep. So if you want to know more about the lore, you'll have to look on the website, look at the lore section. Basically, Pepe, Keck, Trump are all kind of related in some sense. When Trump first got elected to president in 2016, a big part of that was the Pepe meme. And kind of the lore is the Pepe meme is Keck resurrected in the current time. So the whole idea is Keck shows up at the dawn before a new age, right? Dawn before a new age was like Donald Trump getting elected, things like that. So that's kind of the very quick, brief intro of the lore. We're at about 2 million market cap right now. We've been around for about 2 months, so we have really good momentum, kind of steady going. We originally launched on Moonshot, Dex Screener Moonshot. It took us about a month to bond. It seemed like we weren't going to bond for a really long time, but finally we bonded. And yeah, we got really crazy momentum going in. The floor has slowly been going up. And yeah, right now we're thankfully we're holding at right at about 2 million. The market's been really up and down, but yeah, we're really, really happy. I'll kind of tell you guys a little bit about what we're doing right now. So we're building a DApp, a staking DApp right now. So you'll be able to stake your Keck and you'll be able to earn another token right now that doesn't have value. It's called Based. Okay. Right now, we're doing what's called based points. So you stake your KEK and you earn base points, and then you'll be able to redeem based 1-for-1 with the base token once the liquidity pool is made. But as of right now, we're doing an early staking pool. This will be released soon within the next week or so, to where you'll be able to stake your KEK, earn base points for 6 months, and then after that 6 months is over, you'll be able to redeem them 1-for-1, and then the token will be launched at that point. We're doing a lot right now. Honestly, we work very, very hard. I own my own real world business, and I'm constantly taking money from that, reinvesting it back into the token. It's funny you say you were talking about teaching classes. I'm the owner and head coach of a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu school. So I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu belt.
Nice job. Nice job.
Yeah. So that's
what level are you as a
Yeah, I do this on the side. Like, these are both my passions, crypto and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, right? And we have a really successful competition team as well. And we recently sponsored our first real world.
Sorry, I got to get this out because it's edging me a little. What level belt are you?
I'm a black belt. Yeah.
Oh, nicely done. Nice. Listen, a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is no small feat, folks.
Oh,
right?
no small feat. Yeah.
You can't just go to some sort of
years.
You can't just go to some place and be like, oh yeah, I got my black belt in 3 weeks, right? It just doesn't
Oh,
happen.
no way.
So,
it's a lifetime pursuit, man. It's my real passion and love, man. It's all I do pretty much. All we do is train and do crypto. So and then we have another business we're kind of playing around with. But beyond all that, we just recently sponsored our first Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu athlete heavyweight. He won his first match under the sponsorship by heel hook, finished him in like a minute.
Nice.
He's a really, really high level guy. He's actually one of my students. And we're really, really excited about it. We're getting into the real world right now. So we're sponsoring fighters. We're sponsoring jiu-jitsu players. I'm trying to only sponsor guys who are extremely dominant. This way, like, everybody has something to cheer behind. So every time Joel has a fight, basically we live stream it to the Telegram. Everybody kind of tunes in and cheers him on. He's kind of like a mascot, like our kind of guy that we get behind. So it's a lot of fun, man. Beyond that, it's 100% grassroots. No VC funding, no bots, no insiders, nothing. Like, we were hovering at around 30K market cap for weeks. Like, I was just in there by myself. It was like one or two other guys just like grinding. Now we're at a good point though. We have two like full-time raid leaders. We run like 20 plus Twitter raids per day. We're doing daily Reddit raids. We're on 4chan. Thankfully, our first big pump was due to 4chan. Like, we kind of went viral on 4chan for a while. The meme really hit there. And thankfully, we've just kind of been keeping that momentum going. The biggest thing for us is just honesty and transparency. I've been super honest with the community. I've been extremely transparent. Every promise that I've said that I was going to do, I've kept, right? And so that's kind of why our community has been so strong lately. And just to kind of finish this out, give you a chance to speak here. We also teamed up with itsreal.co. If you check them out, it's a really big marketing firm with caleb.soul. They've kind of been helping us as well on the back end.
Nice.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying nice. I energized.
100%. And then we also did a merch drop too. So we did a hoodie drop. We only put out 11 hoodies. They were completely custom though. So it's our own custom brand. Like, I did the dimensions, the tag. It's not like I just printed our logo on an already made hoodie. Like, we fully manufactured these with the manufacturer, custom batch 1 logo. We did 11 of those. And thankfully, all of those sold out. We used 100% of the profits to buy and burn the token as well. So we're constantly trying to buy and burn, like, have this burn mechanism going. When we hit 5 million market cap, we did a massive token burn. We burned like $130,000 worth of the token. Just like, boom, burned it right away. So yeah, we're really showing we're committed, right? We're in this for the long term. Same with, if you're a top 50 holder, we have a feature on our contract that's called airlock, to where you get a portion of the transaction fees that go to the liquidity pool. So any of the SOL that's generated from the liquidity pool gets distributed to the top 50 holders, and any of the KEK that's earned from that is burned. So there's a constant burn that's going on, a constant distribution. I know some of the other guys were on earlier talking about rewarding the community. That's really what we're all about too. Like, we're always trying to reward the community, reward holders, and then keep things fun and engaging. I know one of the last speakers was talking about just like having things for people to do, right? The games, the daily spaces, all of these things. So that's really kind of in a nutshell what we're working on. The other kind of part of it is this whole lifestyle brand aspect. So I'm big, I'm kind of in my personal life, I'm big into like, so my gym, for example, we do really well on merch sales because I design a lot of different merch, and I have a really good relationship with manufacturers. So I'm kind of taking this to Keck. I'm creating a lifestyle brand around Keck, and then I'm going to be kind of funneling profits back into the ecosystem, back into the holders, and just kind of getting more real world exposure. I feel like a big thing that we have that a lot of other tokens don't have is we're not afraid of real life. I'm saying that while I don't have my camera on. I'll have my camera on next time. It's kind of ironic.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, I'll dox myself next time. I just don't have my camera right now on this computer. I'd have to use my phone, but I'm on the computer.
It's all good.
But anyways, we're not afraid of the real world is what it comes down to. Like I'm reaching out to people, sponsoring them, like getting out there, like really putting ourselves out there. So it's a lot of fun, man. We're having a lot of fun right now. We have weekly leaderboards as well. So anybody who engages in the Telegram, you can get rewarded in Keck. And yeah, we're just trying to really build something special, an actual long-term project. As a lot of the guys were talking before, there's so few long-term projects nowadays. The whole meta is like pump and dump. Like everybody just expects everything to pump and dump, get in, get out while you can. So
exactly. Well, dude, thank you so much. That was an awesome show. Lots of good information in there. Just the fact that you're a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and the work that you do with that and building out and sponsoring people and being that is awesome. You got my vote for leader of the free world. I see like there's just so much stuff that we can kind of dive into. I would love for you to come back and be a part of our panelist system.
No, I'd love to. Yeah, I'll come back on the panel. And yeah, we can talk martial arts as well. One of your guys was telling me you're real passionate about it too. So yeah, I'd love to talk a little bit about that as well.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm a 7th degree black belt in Kempo. Been studying for 42 years.
Beautiful, man.
I got my life handed to me that way. And that's everything I've survived from cancer to the war, being in Afghanistan and Iraq. If I didn't have that background and that knowledge of moving forward and being too stupid to quit,
100%,
I wouldn't be here today, right? But
beautiful.
You got to have the right and honor, right? When you're given the decision to do the right thing, you always choose the right thing.
100%, absolutely.
All right, thanks, buddy, for being here today.
Thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. We'll be back next time. I'll try to get on the panel for next time.
You got it, brother. Stick around. Oh, dude, that dude's awesome. I love it. Anytime that I hear somebody who's been that long in a martial art, it's tough. You know, like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is not some sort of candy store kind of black belt. You know, neither is my version of Kempo, which is called Legacy Kempo, is from the old Ed Parker days. So this is something that is not very fond anymore in these days. Like everybody's like, don't let my children be bullied, but don't let them fight back. That's a tough thing to get into. We're not some sort of dime store training facility either. So we believe in that work ethic. With that said, 2,229. When I first seen it, I was about to clip it. It said 2222 all the way across, but we're sitting at 2,232 people right now at this second. We're still battling in there, back and forth, having fun here in this relationship. We're getting so many things going on, as you've seen right there. You know, that's nothing to shake a stick at, man. I mean, we're doing well. Like it's all because of all you folks here, everybody who's contributing to that process, getting that information out there. Sharby Coin's not even in the panel, and she's in there. She's just still sticking it down there. We're going to bring her back up for the next part of the series. So who do we got next, Mr. Quinton? I think we got Jordan's coming up next, right?
So
Jordan or Suede? Which one? Which one was it?
Oh, Suede.
Okay, let's bring up Suede. Aha, Johnny, appreciate you.
All right, good to be here. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome, buddy.
Thank you for your service as well.
No,
appreciate that. Yeah.
It was what do you say nowadays, right? Like it's hard to say when somebody says thank for your service, but let me tell you, it was worth it. You know, all of you are worth it. You know, I don't know who served here, but all of you are worth it. You know, for everything that I've been through. And I've been through a lot of bullshit. I can't use that coin of, you know, like, hey, you know, I served my country to do what was right. I just did what was right. Like there was a lot of stuff, but yeah, everybody here is fucking worth it, you know, because what we got today. So thank you, sir, for your acknowledgement.
Thank you. Appreciate that very much. And so before I start, I just promised my daughter I'd say hello. Hi, baby. Love you. So
how old is she, by the way? How old is she?
She's going to be 4 in about 2 months.
Oh, no. And I'm dropping F-bombs. She's watching the show. I'm dropping F-bombs.
It's perfect age. She doesn't quite know yet.
Oh, okay. It's a term of endearment.
Exactly.
There you go.
So we're with Suede AI, and we're a generative music platform. So we allow people to create music at no cost. Everything is funded directly from the team. And you can go on with a semantic prompt, basically just a verbal sentence or two, put it in there and have a song that's studio grade. Am I coming through okay?
No, you're coming
Oh,
through
yeah?
great, bro. Yeah.
Okay. So you can create a song with just a few sentences, and it can get very specific to the point where we had a song recently that was made, and the user had asked for violins and pianos in the song. In the LLM didn't know if she had meant in the lyrics or in the song, so it did both. And the way that it integrated violins and pianos into the lyrics was pretty astounding. So it's, as far as everybody that's used it, and as far as my experience, it is the best model, the most refined model out there when it does come to creating the music. We do have an AI agent as well. That's a small portion of really kind of what the project is about. For us, it's always been a platform, whether it be Suede Social, that people can go on, create music, and get onboarded onto crypto, which I think is pretty relevant. We're talking about normies. We've onboarded more people in developing countries as well than any project that I'm aware of, because it's so simple. There's no transaction fees. It's just a simple token gate. So there's no cost. There's no staking. As long as the tokens are in their wallet, they can actually create music. If they don't have tokens, that's fine. They can go to the Suede Social and they can just go through and listen to all the songs that have been made. It's an infinite scroll, so they can listen to it on repeat. They can loop it. However they prefer, they can share it with friends, have friends share it with them. And then our AI agent will take songs that are trending and bring that into X for exposure. And so right now it's a sharing method, but we will have the in-app play button. So Elon gives us a little more favor. He doesn't like people leaving the platform, of course.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of things going on in regards to the music creation. We are soon to partner with a distribution company that will help to allow our agents or people that are creating the music to receive requests, whether that be for studio production of a show that wants a thematic sort of sound. They can do it. And really what spurred the creation of this was two things. So I've been in crypto for a long time. I love crypto. I love what it stands for. Empowering the individual, getting the state out of money, freeing literal generations that have been oppressed, under tyrannical ruling in a lot of cases, not so much in the West, obviously, but in a lot of developing countries, literally saving lives and getting people free of that have lived generations under that. That's incredibly powerful. The other thing is I love music. I've played guitar since I was a little kid. And for me, it's my outlet. I think that I'm fortunate that I never really made it into a income source. It's always remained just kind of a hobby. And so a few things happened. If anybody remembers the kid who had taken off with everyone's money and flicked them the bird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that happened. And then the next day, a kid had, done something tragic, trying to get his market cap somewhere. And that's when Pump Fund ended the live streaming. And this was also right around the time that there was a lot of news coming out of what was going on. I won't say the names, but I don't have to, but of particular musicians, and the amount of exploitation that was going on, not just financially, but physically, emotionally. And so I found that there was an opportunity to return standards to the industry that I love, which is crypto, and bring back some of those ethos of, encryption and privacy and things like that we've kind of thrown to the wayside. And at the same time, also mitigate the process of artists being leapfrogged in the creation of their music. A lot of people have heard The Weeknd and the Drake song, and a lot of music now, especially in series, is being created strictly with AI. And I think what will happen, and Kanye West is actually already speaking favorably about this, and really what we're doing, and what I think is going to become the ethical standard, is artists are going to have their own model, and it's
Right.
going to be directed by them they'll be jamming with it, and through that iterative feedback and dynamic conversation, they're going to have a model that's representative of what they want versus, going on OpenAI and asking for something that people think is emblematic of a certain artist.
Right.
So, but more than anything, it's a way to justify putting an artist in between the royalty stream, as well as just acknowledgement. When people pull stuff from any AI source, it's so diluted with every musician that's ever existed. There's really no way to draw a lineage to any particular artist. So with the blockchain, you've got provenance, you've got intellectual property. When I was a kid, you'd have to mail a cassette tape to yourself.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm in I was in the music industry and the radio network industry for many moons, and I know exactly the pains you're referring to.
Yeah.
But
so,
I want to kind of, I don't want to drop you too much of it. I want to, there's, I want to keep the pace going just a little bit. There's a lot for us to still talk about. We'll have some time to talk in the chill portion. And when the alpha comes up, I want to kind of like dive back into this process of what the music side of this can do for us. I think that there is so much availability for us to open this conversation up wide. I'm a big lover of music, and I know some of you are as well, even from the listening side, maybe not the playing side, right? But to have that opportunity, like there's a lot of music generators that are out there. And then in that alpha, if you have anything that's coming out, I'd like you to share in that position.
Oh, yeah.
But I also want to invite you to, we're trying to put this together with like SL library and all that kind of stuff. An AI show that we're going to be doing. Like we're doing an NFT show this Friday. I want to do an AI show that's all about any coins and networks out there that use AI in their network, not just like little bots, but stuff that they've made. So I would love to have you there. Would you mind showing up and being a part of that show?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't mind it. We've been top 5 on Goat Index for AI Mindshare. Actually reached first place, and we're one of the only in the top 10 that actually have an application and a platform. So our AI presence is really strong, and love to represent Suede in any sort of gathering. I've actually been up all night, so I'm doing my best to. I've been on Spaces all night, which is probably why my community is spaced out. But I'm working on every sort of hours that there are. But I definitely like that. We could set it up. If not, we definitely have a representative or myself. So for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's just time. I appreciate your time as well, but I want to make sure that we got a few people in here. And you're part of the panel, so still stick around with us at that point. All right. So we have so many great things still happening. We hit 2,400 people during Suede's conversation about the bot and the network. I can't wait, because when I get offline, I'm going to go and I'm going to play with that, because I'm always a big part in playing music and backgrounds and all that stuff, and having that backing track when I do my coin reads and things like that. Like right now, I'm using a lot of stuff over from Epidemic Sound. Like I have licenses and everything over there because you got to keep that protected. But I would love to generate my own stuff, right? Like this is made by this and that. So I can't wait. I'm going to have a bigger conversation with you on that. As those things hint, I want to bring up somebody who's been waiting patiently for us, and that's Stephen Blitz from LubyCoin. If you're there, buddy, still, I hope you still are. There's my buddy. How are you doing, my man?
Good. Thanks for having me on again.
Hey, not a problem. Thanks for being patient there. I know you got a lot. You always have so much going on. You're just an awesome artist, and I know that you're going to be telling us more about what's been going on with you and Luby.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have patience in crypto, haven't you? Or you get yourself mad. But Luby. I mean, just a way of reference, my work. I was senior artist at Rockstar Games for 16 years. I came over in 2001 to work on the GTA 3 covers. So back then it was just me on GTA 3 and the Vice City artwork that you've all seen and probably loved over the years. And then after that, we had a team of artists at Rockstar. But so that's where I started in America anyway. So I got into crypto and in like 2021, I have a NFT called Fear City, and I still do artwork with that now and then, but it's mainly Luby that I work with. And Luby's been going for about 4 months, and we're holding strong. and it's been up and down, but we have a great community and a great admin team. And one of the best things that are happening at the moment is you can now play with Luby in GTA 5 on.
No way.
Yeah. So one of the admins paid out of his own pocket for two 3D models. One is a Toon Luby, who's a little guy, and then Bad Boy Luby, who's a tall, kind of like weird looking freaky Luby. And the relationship is rather like Terminator, where Bad Boy Luby has come back to
right.
What Terminator does. So anyway, yeah. So anything in GTA 5 with Luby. So we're getting a load of kind of like video grabs right now of him driving around and punching people and whatever you do, So that's fun. That's one of my favorite things about the whole project is that the team, they make their own stuff. They make their own fan art and videos, and it's amazing. Yeah, and Nifty Island as well. You can play with Luby on Nifty Island. So there's that going on, and I've been really inspired by the show today because, this morning I was thinking how this space is going to be taken over by snipers at some point, and normies are just not going to come in. And then when you listen to today's talkers, Shillers, it's kind of like they have the same ideas as me, which is like long-term brand, long-term giving back to the community and making something from this space instead of the kind of cynicism that seems to be taking over.
Yeah, it's tough.
And it gets frustrating for me because, I'm fully doxxed from the beginning. People even have got my address because I send out sometimes to people. And I just had a comic published, so I've been sending that out to people too. So I'm completely and utterly fully doxxed, even down to my apartment number, which is number 3 in that.
Sorry.
And so it's like people seem to be investing money in kind of like stuff that is started by kind of strangers, people they don't know, and then they kind of like shocked when they get rugged. So I think it's about time us kind of doxed and trustworthy individual founders, took over the whole space and made it into something that is a bit more pleasant to be in. And trustworthy, So probably a lot more I could say about Luby, but I can't think of it right now. But we have big plans. I don't want to promise anything, but the comics will definitely be, is on the list. And I want to make this into a brand. I want to make this into a animation project and have something substantial come out in the next few years,
Well, that's the beauty part about this, and I got to be honest with you, Stephen. There's you say you want it to be a brand. It already is. It has a value of consistency. Your level of workmanship, your even your chart. I mean, I'm on if I go to a daily chart process, your channel is so strong, and you're pumping. I don't know what's going on today, but as people are not saying that this is from the show, but this is from your consistency of value of what you deliver. People always resonating back and forth. Anytime you have a work, this is a daily. This is days. This is not like minutes. This is days that we're talking about in this consistency value. And whether it drops down below the deviational process and it comes back into it, doesn't matter, because this value of this channel is what says it all. And when you have a community like Luby that has an artistic value and a community of people that love the essence of what he is, it's almost, I won't say a cult, right? But it is like a value of like what Luby has become in the world of GTA 5 and that mentality and your history of it is something that's valuable to people. And it's already a brand. You don't have to make it a brand. It's already there. Your consistency, value, and work is there. The coin is there. The mechanic is there. It's like with Just a Lotto and some of the other coins in there. Nobody really knows where all that's going to go in a world, but their consistency and their value, what they build, is what keeps them there. Right. And that's not something that was there before. Luby is its own essence of its own value, and that's you. So if there is a brand, it's who you are, sir. And I've always appreciated you being able to come here and show this. You're a very real individual. You're very patient, and I appreciate that.
I appreciate you too. Thank you for having me on and giving me this opportunity to talk about Luby again. Thank you.
It's always a pleasure. I'm going to try to keep you in for the last, if we have enough time to come on and talk about the normie process if possible, but if I have time at the end. So I do apologize if I don't. But I can't thank you enough for being here. And I can't wait to see what's coming more out. I'm vested. We have Luby in our portfolio in our network as well. We don't have a lot, but we have enough to make a difference. So I'm seeing that. I'm happy to see the big giant green candle there because I know our investment is up. So it's just awesome. I appreciate it.
So just one more thing. I'm doing a
Sure.
live stream every other Tuesday. I do a live stream at 3:00 on Luby on Soul on Twitter. And today I'm going to be drawing a comic cover of Luby as the Joker with Catbat, who is another meme coin at the moment. So
Love
if
it.
you want to see me drawing, I'll be doing that.
We'll make sure that we look it up. I know I have some people that are heavy into artistic value as well, and they love your work.
Okay, thanks, Max.
Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate you being here.
Bye.
That dude is always so awesome, man. He's got so much talent, and when you find true artists and again, all that stuff hand drawn, that value. There's a little work here and there. Coloring is amazing. We love it. All right. So as we get into a few more, I think that was the main Schiller down below. As we jump up here, back up to the process, I think it's we only have one left up here, and that's Mr. Jordan Simmons, the brother of Wells. But we appreciate you being here, buddy. How are you doing? And you staying strong with us?
Man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling crispy. I'm feeling great.
Awesome.
Great projects up here, Max. Great projects.
Aren't we so lucky, brother, that we get a chance to sit next to the greatness of some of these people that are up here? I just see such value in everything that you guys have done. And most people don't get a chance to really see it. I'm stalling, by the way, too, trying to get to a number. But again, another great chart that I'm going to be showing here in a second. And that's yours, buddy. That's Crouton Jones. So why don't you tell us what this project is? What is it? Basically what it is. And chill the hell out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, thanks, Max. So Crouton Jones is actually an entertainment brand, an all original brand. So we're not a meme coin. We're building more for your general normies. Crouton Jones is it's an animated series. It's gaming. It's comic books, digital trading cards, the whole lore around our character Crouton Jones and our over 40 plus original characters. So this is our website here. You can chat with all of our characters. You can go in there and have a full conversation with them if you want. Cookie, he's a sugar addict. So our animated series is Crouton Jones is a private detective, like 70s style private detective inside a new snack city. And there's all these different crime families that control the sugar trade. Sugar cane is the drug inside a new snack city. And through this animated series, we tell the stories like it's not like watching The Simpsons or watching, Family Guy. It's like watching Breaking Bad or The Sopranos. So high level storytelling. And each one of these characters is like a culture. It's a different food from that time. If you think like New York City, old Las Vegas, old Chicago, it was like a big melting pot of different, cultures, Italian mafia, the Irish, IRA, the triads, like all of these different crime syndicates that were running back in the 70s. We've built that into Crouton Jones. Then we have, we've partnered with a studio of over 500, world-class artists, developers, and creators in the world that are bringing all this to life. So they've became our full strategic partners in this to bring it all together. We just launched our token about a week ago. We've been building for the past 9 months, so we really wanted to, start really bringing some things to the market before we were going to launch our token. So we went ahead and got our token launched. We have an upcoming game that's launching in the next 2 weeks on the mobile app store, the Google Play Store and App Store. We have a
Let's
game
save that. Let's
engine.
save that. Let's save
Yeah,
those
we'll
things
save all
for
that.
for the alpha. I promise it'll be good.
Yeah, definitely. And we're community first, man. We're a community first model, and we want to change the way that brands are built around the world by being able to connect each other with blockchain technology and really bring entertainment to the blockchain. Because I feel if you really want to bring normies into something, man, it has to be fun. It has to be entertaining. It can't just be about the tech, and it needs to be easy. It needs to be accessible, and that's what
Click,
we're
boom.
exactly. And that's what we're looking to achieve here with Crouton Jones.
I love it because anytime that when I first go to a site and I go, okay, yeah, that's nice. It's trying to be respectful, but I look at your site and I go, I want to build a relationship with these guys. I love characterizations. I love video games. Of course, I'm a dev myself, but there's just a value. Like, you could tell the story just by, like, I don't know about Frank Silverstone. I kind of think that he is a detective, but I don't know
He's
what
a
the banana
detective.
thing is.
That's his
Little
partner.
pervy.
That's his partner, but he's also a cheapskate.
Yeah.
That's his biggest thing.
His bananas are sticking out in the wrong place there, buddy. I don't know about you, but this is kind of, he should be on a watch list almost in a way.
Oh, yeah. He's a hot dog. He's a hot dog. He's a hot
He's
dog.
a hot dog with a banana sticking out of his pants. But but I love it. I love the fact that I don't even need to see their backstory, and you can kind of tell what it is. Of course, the thick-necked broccoli. I love that. That is awesome. You've done such a great job. I can't wait to hear even more into the normie value with you and into your alpha, what's coming. We could do a whole show around you in this series, which I really am looking forward to. I want to do that with you guys as well. I appreciate your energy and being here. As far as the chart goes, man, it's 4.96 million. And you're sitting at this level. I'm on a 15-minute chart. Let me shoot over to a daily chart, because you've only been around for 13 days, right?
Yeah, and Max, that doesn't account our circulating supply, so that's our fully diluted value. The DEX tools is more accurate. We're making
that's
fix
right
now.
I forgot about that. Right? Yeah,
I was like, man, why that was a little issue we had, with Dex Screener at first, but now that we got the Dex tools up, we're going for Coin Market Cap, CoinGecko, all of those different things now. So,
I forgot that was your totally. One second, let me pull it up here so people can see, so they don't think I'm like pulling the rug out when they go to it. They're like, what? There we go. So you're sitting at 742, 745.
Yes.
Which, dude, no small feat, man. No small feat at all. You keep a powerhouse of a project like this moving forward, which is amazing. And I appreciate that. I really do.
Awesome.
All right. So stick around with us as we get into the next segment, man. I always appreciate how chill you are with your shills, which is awesome. So I think did we lose one person? I think we did. Were they wheels back down there? Let's bring back
I lost my brother, man.
You lost your brother. Yeah, there he is. I think that's it. So in this next portion, okay, Mr. Quince is here. In this next portion, this is the chill portion of the show. But before we jump in, we hit 2,625 people right now, this second. We're just having so much fun bringing the numbers to the game. And that's, this is what it is. It is all about everybody sharing in that load of love that goes out to everybody. So many great projects, is like Yolo said in a Yolo, awesome outreach representative for Shogun, kicking ass, taking names. But we got Just Alato, we got Shogun Crypto, we got Mr. Trader Max sitting at 17. That's not too bad. Sharby 254, Wheels at 99, Keck at 87. Now, Keck is also a person who is just here as a sponsor here today and still shilling out there doing everything. Johnny Suede and our Trader Max stuff neck to neck with the shadow bans from YouTube. There's no way that there's only 3 people over on YouTube, which is unfortunate at that level. But I want to thank everybody for being here for the shill portion. If you came to show your coin, we really appreciate you. Thanks for being. Usually takes about an hour and 15 minutes to get through that first shill portion, which I'm very glad we were doing today. But now up next, we're going to be talking about something that is Kutan started to talk about a little bit, is about the normie market. And I'm going to bring up other people into the system that have shared their streams in the process. And we're going to kind of have an opportunity to, I know Dave's got like a half a look going on there. There he is. Hey, buddy. Wait, who is that? Who's that in your lap there?
I got my cat Zuri. I got a 6 Savannah cat.
That's awesome. We love animals in this show. Big flavor of animals. So in today's topic, and if you're watching this is the topic of the normie market and how important is it? This is a loaded question, right? Of course it's important. One way or another is important. But the value of normies, are they worth the value of what's coming in? Because there's a lot of stuff to build around it. And I want to kind of hear from each one of you. We're going to start in the reverse. we're going to bring up Sharby, and she's going to come out and talk first, and how she deals with normies and the idea and the concept of the normie market and what it is to her at that point. Try to keep it about maybe a minute, 2 minutes, and just a real quick push, what you feel that is. And I want to hear from everybody. And if we have time, we'll have sort of an open format at the end a little bit before we get to alpha. We won't have a lot, but we're going to be close. We'll probably be about 15 minutes after the hour at 3, if we could probably take it to that. So let's bring out Sharby. And how important is the normie market to you, Sharby, and or to All Dolled Up and Sharby the coin?
Oh, well, it's very, very important. And I just want to open up with a few things. I think you can take SHIB as an example of this. I would assume 98% of their holders are on X. Maybe don't even know, say, who Shaitoshi is, for example, right? You have coins out there that have had an influx of holders, well, based on hype, based on whatever it may be. And that's kind of, was the exposure maybe we needed here 3 years later, 4 years later. I think the normie is extremely important. I always think about a spaces I was on, kind of like this, but say we were on X Spaces, no cameras. But there was someone who came in and he raised his hand and he asked the question. He said, I really want to get into this. Can someone help me figure out how I find a community? And it's like, talk about taking a step back. I think we all need to remember there might be someone today listening to you, or whenever you represent your project, whether you're the dev or just the community member, that there might be someone that clicked onto that spaces and they have no clue where they're going, what they're doing, how they're going to do it. But he was looking for a community, right?
Yeah.
And I think we have to set the example and set the staple that, like, we are in the Wild West. We are so very early. Like you said earlier, there's room for all of us, but it's our job, I think, as stewards of our projects, to share with the normies. I don't know. It's hard. I feel like it's something I could bang my head against the wall, because take, for instance, my parents, like, are you still doing that purple dog stuff where you share? They're just like,
they don't even know.
Pictures of a sexy purple dog. We're questioning where your life's going at 40, but like, come on, like it's hard. It is very hard. And I think if we keep doing what we're doing, it will happen. And it's just like, and I think that's the same as when we see the Burger King credit card, right? The viral meme of like the people going in, they're like, this isn't going to work.
Yeah.
We're just so early. And so for our awareness, I think one of the most important thing is if someone comes into your Telegram, and I can't remember who talked about this earlier, people can ask hard questions, like, or if people come in and they question something Sharby's done. I've been in projects where they get banned instantly. They will delete it. They don't want the FUD in the chat. We don't do that. Like, we're not going to ban someone that comes in, because a lot of these people just don't know. They're new. They don't know what they're doing. You can usually figure out who the bad actors are, but any advice is let those people talk in your TG. If you have to say, please send me a DM, I won't DM you first, that's okay. But they're finding their way here. And I think we just have to remember that in everything we do, and set that precedent that, like, it can be different, right? Not every project's a rug pull, and we just have to change their expectations, because they're coming into it scared of everybody.
So the majority of that, what I get from that is be ready for them to come and have a voice, right? Give them a voice to be able to have.
Yeah, or a chance. Yeah.
Perfect. Good. Again, I take notes as we go. I appreciate everybody's viewpoints on the question itself. So thank you. Keck, what do you think from what we're building and what you're seeing here from the normie market? How do you, because you're outside in the normie market mostly. It's so weird that we came up with this, because I didn't talk to you prior to the show on how involved you are with normies at that level. What do you do to sort of prepare them for the onslaught of technological issues that they're going to face in the process? You there, bud? Okay. I guess not. Is he there? Did I miss him? Does anybody else hear him?
Yeah.
Do you hear him or not me? But do you hear him?
I don't
No.
hear him.
Okay. All
I
right.
hear
Good. Okay. All right. Let me drop him back down for right now. You can raise your hand back in and come back into the network. I want to make sure that everybody's here. Dave, what about you? What do you think about what's the normie market is and how important it is to you in your concentration of things? You deal with a lot of people in your other businesses and your other stuff that are normal in the world, right? What do you think it is that you need to do to get them into your market of value for your community?
Yeah, so I actually really like that we're talking about this because I did our first VC in the Telegram yesterday, and this is what I brought up is how to bring in normal people. And in my day-to-day business, I'm in the CBD and cannabis space, and I learned in that space you can compete against everybody who's already in the market who thinks they know everything, right? Or you can go after a brand new market, educate them from the ground up, and now you have someone that believes in your project, believes in your product, and that flows directly into crypto. So I was actually going to start working on this week, and I know there's some already out there, is creating YouTube videos, how to set up a Coinbase account. I use Coinbase, how to fund it with Sol, how to transfer Sol over to Phantom. I made a post a few weeks ago on my Instagram and shared the TDS meme, how 2,500 bucks turned into 40 grand. My DMs blew up. Everyone wanted to know how to get in, how to buy the coin. And it was hard to explain. So I was figuring, we got to take a step back, especially with a meme like TDS. That is the normie meme coin. Everyone is using that acronym, and everyone wants the potential to invest. I feel, right? Who doesn't want to make money? Who wouldn't want to play in this game? So us as a community or a coin, let's start back at that ground level instead of assuming everybody knows everything. And granted, we can target traders and things like that, but that leads to rugs. We've all been rugged. I've been rugged on a bunch of coins. That sucks. So I'd rather bring in someone, educate them how to build the wallet, how to set everything up. Now that person builds trust with you, right? So if you put your name on a project and you've taught them how to come into that project, I feel you're going to have a holder for a much longer term, which you guys have covered in this as well. I don't want these up and down charts. I want that slow, steady going up. You want that confidence within your community. So teach them, be there to answer their questions, make them feel comfortable about what they're investing in, how it works, and build a solid community where traders seem to be all over the place right now. And that's why the market is so volatile. And I think if we bring in groups that aren't used to trading and pumping and dumping, we'll be able to have kind of a more stable market. And look at all that capital that's sitting on the sidelines. I'm sure every one of you on this panel has brought up crypto to somebody, and they have no idea what you're talking about, right?
Or they're left with a negative connotation because they've heard it from somebody else. Like, no, that's scammy. Like, what is that? Bitcoin? Yeah, I'm not going to mine anything. So nobody has a real understanding of what it is. So from what I'm getting from what you're saying is you set the tone and you educate at that level.
It's all about education, right? We're in the very beginning stages, and we want to bring people in with a solid mindset, not pump and dump. Stay there with the community, build, put in work. You'll get the work rewarded back to you, and show people the way on how to do it. If we perform as a community correctly and as a space correctly, it's going to be validated. It's going to be around longer. And it's just going to be better for the overall growth of the entire crypto environment.
Absolutely. And I think that's something that it's great that we put out videos, but again, it's very difficult to find places that you can kind of go like Crypto 101. Like you can see all these places that have like these real quick, what do they call it? Buzz baits or clickbait kind of mentality. Like I made $7,000 on one click in crypto. All that's bullshit, right? True. So it's so much cannon fodder. It takes away from the real message of what we have. And I'll explain why I'm bringing this up today as well. But Suede, what do you think on the value of, because with you and the AI stuff, technology is such a tough thing to kind of get people to wrap their head in. So people that are already technologically savvy that want to see your bot become, but then they see that it's got crypto involved. How do you deal with that process?
So that's a big reason why we've made it just token gated at this point. Very simple. People can jump on a Phantom wallet. They can put a credit or debit in, and they can get some Sol, and they just swap it into Suede, and they're good to go. So they don't have to sign any transactions, because I don't want people feeling comfortable signing transactions from third-party websites. That's so they connect the wallet. It's very simple, but really the direction that we've taken is, we live in a very high dopamine society, especially with kids, and that's not a surprise. We know this.
Yeah.
What's nice about our approach is it's very subtle in the beginning. So you can write a simple prompt and you get a song. Well, we're building a DAW out. This will be my out, I guess. We're building a DAW out. There's a few things, but that'll actually run in the cloud. So if you're in a developing country, you don't have hardware that would allow you to run like a Logic or an Ableton. You now can run it in the cloud. So then you can take that piece that you created, bring it in your DAW, whether it be MIDI data or even WAV file, and you can start getting granular. You can, manipulate it. But next thing you know, children are basically being Trojan horsed into music theory and things like that, because if you're playing with MIDI data, that's kind of the way I've said it, because, it's a real fun jolt up front. Like, you can write about like some Fortnite game you played with your friend and how you sniped him from across the room or something like that. And you get a cool song. And then you're like, well, let me just bring it into here, because I feel like I could put some real crazy reverb on it. And then you're like, you're actually interacting with it. And so your social media experience is actually more beneath the surface, because the social media is integrated as well. So
you've made it simple enough to where the people that are coming already have some sort of experience with a Phantom wallet and that stuff. So you've made it so really the normie market doesn't have so much of a play in your direct network. You're more focused on people who already are there and focusing on them.
Sorry if I explained that incorrectly. No, we're teaching people how to get a Phantom wallet and how to purchase. That's why a lot of we don't go through. We have multiple PDFs, so that depending on how well versed people are. But usually we don't tell them to go to Coinbase and stuff. Just buy it with a credit or debit. It's not a lot.
Right. So you teach them the onboarding side and the value of making the wallet and the security and all that. So you physically teach them that process.
Yeah, which for a token gate is in a simple swap in Phantom is pretty simple. A lot easier than it used to be. But that's a good introduction. They invariably, everybody that we've shown have learned and had interest enough at that point to actually dig deeper. So I think a lot of people, it's not they just dislike crypto, they just haven't had a proper introduction into it.
Right.
So we're trying to facilitate that.
That's good, because taking control of the education and we're like setting a pathway for them to go to where you want them to go is always a very important thing. Because you can educate somebody, transversely, like we're doing right now, the 2,800 people that we just hit to, we're educating them somehow, some way of all of you. And sometimes that's just by, being in the same room as we talk about top subjects, and it gives them a place to go. But when you set the pathway, like when they first click on your chart and where does it go, they can't even buy anything until they've gone through this. This is something that I'm sort of investigating as well. In the process, but thank you very much for contributing to this conversation. It's huge to us.
Thank you.
Mr. Wells, sir, how are you? And listen, in your world, it's a meme coin, it's fun, it's farty, it's trading, it's a little bit of everything, right? Where do you see yourself, and how much of the normie market is important to you at this time in such a young aged coin and network here?
Yeah, we're kind of half in, half out on the normie market. So, obviously we've got a large community, 1,200 Telegram members, and a lot of them are asking for promotions that are, on chain and traditional and Solana and meme tokens, right? And pump fund, and trying to drive things through bots and different things like that to generate volume and all these other things. But then we also have the merch store, and we have, a aggressive pitch towards, me wearing my hoodie around town, right? I walk into the grocery store and I see somebody laughing at my shirt, and they ask me, what's that about, right? And I pull up the QR code on my phone for eTradeFart.com, and they scan it and they go to the website, right? And then I kind of talk about it for a second, and just having those conversations with people in the real world and having the merch and kind of reaching out that, hey, this is more than just some kind of weird crypto token that you've never heard of, that you don't know how it works, and you do this and you do that. It's a funny meme. It's something that you can physically hold and actually interact with. And there's a community around it of thousands of people that all think the same way and have the same, ideals about E-Trade FART, and we all do the same thing. So I think that that's where a lot of these projects that are on here today are really starting to bridge the gap between, hey, it's not a pump and dump. It's not some flash in the pan, weird token that nobody's ever heard of, and it's going to be gone tomorrow and all this other stuff. Everybody on here has established some kind of floor in their market cap, has a community growing around it or rallying around it. And that's why we're here. And I think that when you find people with those common goals, that's when normies start to jump in. And we don't rely on it, but we're also wanting to tap into it and make the space available for everybody, I think is really what our attitude is.
So your retail services actually apply products to a code because they see your shirt, they see it walking around on that, and then you got a code ready for them.
Right.
You're also taking a little bit of setting that pathway and then where it goes to and how it goes. And that's appreciated because you do have to take control of their education and their value there. So congratulations. Exactly. That is a very strong pathway. Mr. Jordan, what about you, sir?
Yeah, to me, man, the normie market is the most important for us. Because everything that we're building is with Crouton Jones is for everybody. They don't have to buy a token. They don't have to be involved in crypto at all. They can still watch the animated series. They can play our games for free. They can get our comic books. They can go to our merch store and buy our merch.
Yeah.
But the token is the reward system for the brand, for people that really understand that we're generating money from just everyday people without anything to do with crypto, and use that to profit share, to buy back the token and burn, to go back into those rewards pools, to go back into the liquidity pools, and branch out that way. To me, when it comes to gaming, when it comes to stuff that's funny, when it comes to stuff that's fun, you can really introduce those conversations to normal people. If you could say, hey, just go here, download this app and play the game, now you've introduced them to your project. And that can kind of go into, further into the conversation. But there's also people like On-Chain Labs that are coming out with new ways of payment systems.
Oh my God!
We just got on their waiting list, and that's 70 different ways that people are going to be able to buy CJT, and they won't ever have to get a wallet. They won't have to get Coinbase. They won't have to get Phantom, and that's going to onboard so many normies into crypto. It's unbelievable. So.
There is, and this isn't an On-Chain Labs plug, by the way, but it is something that I was in a show with him yesterday, and we were talking about somewhat of this in the normie market, how important it is. We're just extending it. We're extending this conversation out. I think the relative part from what I'm hearing from you is you have a relationship that you build with them prior to, so they already have a trust with you through the videos and the game and the network. And then how do you educate them from that point? How do you take them from that? Oh, look, it's a nice little game. I'm going to play it. Oh, what the hell is this? I don't know. Where do I buy the coin at? Like, how do you take them from that point? That little gateway.
Yeah, absolutely. So okay, let's just talk about our mobile app. We have a leaderboard that'll reset every single week. If they want to be a part of the rewards, well, they need to come into our Discord, come into the Telegram. And that's where they'll go through the nurturing process to really start onboarding into, hey guys, this is CJT. This is the whole crispy reward system and how it works. This is how you can earn. This is how you can contribute. And that's the way we bring them in. So every single thing we do will pull them into the community to nurture them.
So you direct them to the places that have the rewards set for them. Discord is a big one too, because there's a lot of people in crypto that don't know a lot about Discord and that value. It is a gaming network, voice chat network, which I have plenty of. I have so many Discords, it's not even funny. But yes, I appreciate that direction to rewards and value there. So that's good, because the cheese that you dangle in front sometimes will get a normie to move forward just a little bit more, which is always very powerful as well. I pulled him down for a second. I think he's back now. Binks, are you back in from Keck?
Yes, sir. I'm here. What's up, man?
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. So the biggest question is, and the reason I kept you around here too, because one, you shared your stuff out there, but also because you have a conversation in your world of martial arts that you deal with a lot of normies in that network. And so when how are you doing? Are you doing anything with your normies to bring them into the coin and into that network?
Yeah, 100%. I would say the majority of our buyers and holders are just normies and not meme coin traders, not any of your normal crypto guys. The reason I think it's super important to have normies in, because these are the people who are actually willing to buy and hold long term if they believe in you as a person and they believe in the project. So I think normies are the most important. It's really the crypto guys that you have to watch out for. I feel like the guys who are sniping early supplies and dumping. Yeah, you know, the guys who know the meta, they don't, you know, they're just going in trying to scalp and make as much money as possible as soon as possible. Those guys are tough to have in your community because they're constantly messing with the chart, swinging the chart, you know, doing all of these things. Obviously, that's the name of the game. You can't really avoid those things. But I think the more normies you have on your side in your community, the better, because a lot of times these are the people who are going to hold long term like a traditional stock. And those are kind of the people that we're aiming and trying to look at, more of long-term holders. I've onboarded a ton of normies in my personal life. The same thing as the other guy. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember his name. But yeah, showing them how to download Phantom Wallet. The easiest way that I've found is just connect your debit card to Phantom Wallet, buy via MoonPay, and then use the Phantom Swap. Super easy to do for most people.
One of the straightforward ways in, and not the most straightforward ways out.
100%.
Yeah.
And then after that, if they want to spend more, you know, open up a Coinbase account, we can get into all that. But I've had to do a lot of educating. A lot of people's first time ever buying a meme coin or an altcoin was buying Keck. So I think it's extremely important. And I think those are the people we need most at the end of the day, because if these people come in and start buying meme coins and they get rugged every other meme coin, they're not going to want to be in crypto anymore. Right?
That's a bigger educational process, right? It's like, you know, bringing somebody into the world of even like martial arts, like for your martial art, you know, and not explaining to them the dangers of being in there and not practicing properly or not doing stuff properly is one thing. You know, getting them involved, easy, but getting them to protect themselves along the way, not so easy, because greed and other things set in. But that's a whole nother conversation. So what I've heard so far is that you physically walk them through the process and introduce them to your product via that. Do you just show them like links on the internet, or do you have something already designed and set up for that?
So I made a little PDF, like a little Word document that kind of walks people through exactly how to do it, because I had to do it so many times. I just sent them the little PDF document, and it has the contract address, it has the link and everything. If they have any questions, they ask me. But a lot of people too, I've done it in person, right? People I've just been talking to, and I just show them how to do it on the spot, and they buy on the spot. So that's usually how we were doing it. So
kitchen table meeting kind of mentality, right? Like one of my best friends in the world, a multimillionaire, does all of his trading on his phone. Doesn't even use a computer. Hates computers. We'll call his broker. We'll call his people. When I was like, yeah, so to come and buy Shogun, you need to do this. And he goes, nope, I'm giving you a check. You're just going to go buy it. You're going to put it in whatever, get a wallet for me and hold it for me. And when I need money, I'll just pull from it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the people you really want. Yeah, those are the best type of people.
So PDF to purchase. That's good. I like that. And that concept of delivering that education is strong. I think I got everybody in the panel except for Lotto. Lotto, how about you? And I usually save you for last. You always got some great ideas and concepts, brother. I really do appreciate it. What do you got? Because I know with yours with Lotto and the gambling side of it and having fun, there is a technological barrier already that starts. How do you deal with? Do you bring in normies? Do you actually educate to them on how to get in and get to your stuff?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think when I think of like how important is it in general, it's like maybe in the short term it's not that important. In the long haul for crypto, it's massive. It's creation. It's the adaptation. I mean, I look at people like my stepfather, and he's like, I'm not gonna buy any crypto. And I'm like, let me just ask you one question. When you go to the grocery store, how do you pay? And he's like, what do you mean? I pay with my card. I'm like, do you though, or do you pay with your phone? He's like, well, yeah, I use Apple Pay. And I'm like, okay. When you get paid, do you get a check still, or is it just numbers going to your account? Yeah, numbers going to my account. Yeah. I'm like, well, see, no one's really using, cash and credit cards for the most part any longer. It's already pretty much digitalized.
Yeah.
So if you get hindered by, the old school mentality of this is how I pay for things, you're going to basically be, behind the eight ball, if you will. Yeah. And so when it comes to normies, you have to figure out like where they are in general. Like the older crew, You got to break down the whole scheme of things so they understand when you buy a stock, you believe that this company will have revenue in which more people will invest in this company and it's worth more than when you bought it. That's it. No difference in the crypto realm. If you believe in me as a leader, if you believe in the way I carry myself, and my whole motto is, consistency is the foundation of success. If you believe in that, then surely you believe my token will be worth more in the long haul. It's the same mentality. I may not be an Elon Musk, but you believe in me, yeah? And so it kind of comes to that point for me where it's like, look, I think that the crypto game is extremely overwhelming for people. And I think it's partially our fault. I think, and I say that with respect, but it's like people are like, oh, you got to be very careful and don't click any links. And you hear this and you're like, the fuck, am I sure I want to be in that?
Yeah.
So I think there's like a fine line between really understanding, look, there's a way to protect yourself. You know what I mean? It's not that crazy. Don't let it overwhelm you, but start small. When I talk to normies, it's all about starting small. No one, and I mean no one that's ever actually came in on a token of Ferlato, never once have they ever came in and been upset with me if the price was down or up, because I'm teaching them how to hold themselves accountable.
Right.
I'm telling them up front, don't be overwhelmed by the process. You can call me every time until you get comfortable. Right now, you're in the get familiar phase. So I don't know your budget, but whatever you can flush down the toilet, that's what you start with. Something that you can legitimately walk away with is what you start with. And at the end of the day, if you lose, it's all good. It's not going to affect your mood. It's not going to jeopardize, your financial well-being. But I think it's more about kind of finding the peeling back the layers of where they are mentality wise, because I still think crypto's way behind, kind of like electric cars and where that you can charge them right now, right? There's so many electric cars. It's hard to find an area to charge them for some people. So they're just intimidated. They don't want an electric car. Me, I'm like, put the electric at my house and then I could just charge it there, right? Some people aren't like that. So I think crypto's in the same realm where it's like, you got to go to the Trust Wallet for this, for BNB, but then you have to go to Phantom if you want to rock with Solana. And you know what? Go to crypto.com for that's so outlandish. There's not like that one-stop shop yet that you can literally just kind of go. And people are building them right now, but they haven't hit mainstream yet. Once that transition takes over, that's when normies are in. And I don't think we're even close to that. Like that could be potentially a couple years away to where it's so seamless.
Yeah, that one's tough.
But that's my whole theory. In the short run, it doesn't mean anything for a project like mine. In the long haul, it means everything. But Trader Max, I'm like you, I'm a trader by heart. Most of my following came from trading.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they understand what it's like to have conviction. And that's what I want them to understand. Look, if you're going to think you can buy and sell and farm this chart that has such low volume, you're only going to hinder the growth of it. But if you can make your trades, take a little bit of the profits, put it into your conviction plays, you'll see those conviction plays start to balloon at one point. I mean, we're down to less than 5% of our supply that's available to purchase right now. And when demand increases, those supply constraints really do a number in crypto. But
yeah, they do.
Yeah. Normies are not that important yet, but they're going to be inevitable and the biggest thing in the world if we really want mass adoption.
I agree with you. So the value there is to have real conversations with them on the education is not always just about how do I get in, but it's how to monitor yourself to get in and why. I think you're absolutely right. And everybody's perspective is a little bit different. And speaking of which, is probably one of the youngest people here. Mr. Quinton is a strong value because we deal with a lot of normies, just like with Keck down below. We're in the martial art business. We're in other businesses as well. Mr. Quinton, how do you see the value of the normie market? Being that you were a normie up about 4 months ago, about 5-6 months ago, where do you see that normie market developing into what we have built? Mr. Quinton, you might be muted. If I got a bang on the door next door, it's going to be terrible, man. Mr. Quinton. Okay.
Dude.
Oh, there you are. You okay? I heard him for like a second. Did you guys hear that? It was like, I'm a little nervous of going next door. I don't know what's happening. But
He's like, you finally call on me when I got to go to the
Let's
restroom.
test.
Good God.
yeah, there you go, buddy. You're there. You there? Okay. Well, I know him and I have had the conversation quite a bit about the process, and I know that he has a particular. I won't try to talk for him at that level, but if he does happen to untangle himself from whatever is happening over there, mic not working. Okay, looks like we're head back out to Best Buy to get another microphone at this point. Let me grab your attention to something that is important to me. I'm an educator, right? Like I teach people martial arts, I teach people other things. We put these systems together, but I'm also an entertainer. I do believe that the normies can be brought in safely
Hello?
into this network. Yep, you're there, buddy.
Oh, okay, my
You
bad.
better? Okay, good.
Yeah, I got it fixed.
Good. Did you hear the question?
Yes, I did.
Okay, shoot, buddy.
So, dude, I think it's so important, but I think it's one of the most important things, but most easily forgettable because they're out of sight, out of mind. All we see is people inside of our community, inside of other communities. And honestly, even though it's so important, it's so easy to forget. But when you're looking at crypto as a whole, you know, I heard a lot of good conversations about it. Like the goal of crypto is the spread, you know, is the utility inside of outside components. And I think as we get onto that another layer and that utility of certain coins start to embolden out and cryptocurrency becomes more fluid amongst the outside world, because like one idea is just to think about like within the game series, how many games out there do you know that you have to buy a special type of currency for that game to get stuff in it, you know, like separate parts of the game or extra or like skins or things, all those different things, and imagine that as its own cryptocurrency, and then all these different things inside the world. And then additionally, like what we were talking about earlier, I heard that someone who you bring in as a first time has this next level component of connection with you. So it's like I won't go too much on it because we had so many good conversations just about it, and I feel like it'd just be redundant because we had so many good brains here. But it's so important.
It is, and I know what you're talking about is the walkthrough process, right? So, like in games, most games, like the question of, you know, how many games have you ever been to where it's been a crypto? Yeah, but literally, downloadable content or what we pay, we are gatekept with USD, you know, or whatever function of currency that we use now. Just like what Lotto was saying, the normalcy of what it was prior to, we're all normies compared to the next thing coming. Right? Like I was a normie up to the AI stuff from some of the people in here today. It's like, you know, even just playing music in that mentality from the Suede project. It's like, I'm a normie. I've never used that side of it before. So, you know, if I can use it from there, how do you get me who has no experience with it to having as much experience as possible? That only comes with education, walking them through. If there was a chatter here of today is you have to be knowledgeable. Like if I come up with anything today, you got to get the knowledge, the brain mentality. I'll call the show method, right? You got to be smart, you got to be honest, and you got to onboard. And onboarding sometimes is not just about the level of education from all the wonderful information that's out there, but systematically, like step 1, step 2, step 3. Great, you're here. Here's what you got to do now. You know, and make an acknowledgement. Onboarding isn't just like, here are 17 things you need to do to get into crypto. You know, it's for each perspective that there's a touch, there's a communication, there's a relationship built. You cannot take this into a level of just creating a platform that's going to say, all right, everybody come on board, everybody's here. But you got to build relationship. So I think normies, that's all they're looking for. They want to build a relationship with you somehow, some way, because they don't know. And they're not meant to know. We all know because we're stupid. We came into this thing like, hey, I'm going to buy some stuff. And then we all decided to build stuff and build this network. I'm not saying stupid that we don't know anything, but we're here. There's a reason why we're doing it and some others aren't. But we were all normies before this. I don't think there's a single person that woke up and came out of the vagina and was like, yep, I'm building coins tomorrow. Right? Sorry. You know, we all had that aspect of not knowing prior to knowing. Okay. I think with this, you guys created so much great information for us. And if we're clipping this, we're going to put this out there for normies. I'm going to tell you right now, if any of you are looking to build a platform through any system that you're out there, don't pay for any of those education systems. Come right over to Panther Pilot and our Crypto Shogun web forge. It's absolutely free to everybody here today. If you want to build an education series, we have a fully functional education platform system that's super easy to use, a portal network that you can bring people in. You can actually make conversations with them, create a customer relationship market system. And this wasn't a plug for that, but I just want to give that to all of you that are here. And that's it would cost you $50, $60 a month to have out there anywhere else at that lower level. But at the highest level with all the other tools, website building tools and everything, please feel free to use that as a gift from me for all of your contribution today. And, use any of our systems that we have over there. As we wrap up and we get into the alpha portion, I'm going to sort of stick with the panelists today. I do appreciate Sharby, big giant mention. You rock with keeping your people in there. We hit 3,047 so far. We're not finished yet. We still got about 15 minutes. If you guys can hang out with me, I'm going to show this up here right now. Let's do it this way right here. 3,000. We got 1,000 with Just Lotto, 1,300 with Shogun Crypto. Everybody else 26, 141, 273 with Sharby Coin. Base Keck, thank you so much with 102. Swade getting at 123. Some of you guys didn't even have to be here the whole time and you stayed with us. I can't thank you enough for everybody that stuck with us the entire time, and you are here now. As a reward to all of you, I'm going to try to just use the panelists for right now, and we can kind of talk about thank you, thank you, Keck, for coming and being here. Binks for
Thanks,
being
guys.
here.
Appreciate it.
All dialed up. Thank you so much. We're going to jump in the alpha with my panelists because I'm running out of time. And my wife's going to bang on the door any second now and tell me I got to wash the dog's car or something. I don't know. So, but thank you all dialed up for being here today as well. Now,
thank you guys. I'll see you next time. I'll see y'all soon.
You got it. Thank you so much. Binks, thanks a lot, buddy. In this world of alpha, as you know, the rule is simple. Within the next 2 weeks, if you don't have anything for this week's, just say it's playing as norm, the content delivery or whatever it is, whatever you're just going to be doing the same thing for now for the next 2 weeks. That's okay, because it's like, forgetting your wallet at the girl's house. So you have a reason to come back. I would love to see you all again. Every single person who was so respectful and so valued of our time. I appreciate you. I want to give you as much opportunity. If you do have alpha that's coming out in the next 2 weeks, please let us know, and we can get our viewers out there and seeing it. And if you don't, please feel free to come back anytime from that point. And we can even probably do a whole launch party of whatever you got as well. Give you your own show at that level if it's big enough. But let's start off. Let's do this in reverse here. Let's bring in Ghost first here and come out with anything that you may have coming out.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. We like to under promise and over deliver.
As always.
I feel like, I just feel like, sometimes it's creates like that buy the rumor, sell the news event. So we really don't ever talk about it until it's fully here. But there is one thing. I don't have a release date yet. Might be a little bit against your rules of 2 weeks. I think it's going to be the first week of March.
Okay.
We have our third NFT drop is coming. So we're partnering up with the same designer. And they'll be here soon. But
what about your lotto machine? Did that come out? Did it get to you? And it came?
I mean, I guess we can consider that alpha.
It's like post alpha kind of thing.
Yeah, you know what? It is alpha because we're going to be doing a whole bunch of them coming up. So
there you go. I love it.
Let's dive into that.
Yeah.
The lotto ball machine came finally in one piece. We launched a live, space call on camera. Had like 3,000 plus viewers tapped in live. It was pretty lit. And we gave out about $1,500 in rewards, just letting those balls swim in the machine and pop out.
Wow.
Not the greatest terminology there, but
the balls flying around and flying.
They were hitting us from all angles. But no, so we are going to be doing that actually quite periodically. We're going to be looking at some collaborations as well, where we're going to design it so where they can give out 1 through 69 actual lotto balls. And that way, when we run the machine multiple times for their project, they can also have their little reward system that they want to start giving out to theirs. Anything to bring these communities together. I think that's the biggest thing about crypto, in my opinion. It's the networking side of it. It's getting to know individuals and really finding those like-minded individuals, because in my honest opinion, I don't think you should ever try and convince people to move forward with your project. I think it's even more impactful if it's like, yo, tap in, this is what we do. And if you really do love it, they're going to become a long-term holder anyways. You know what I mean? So I think the only alpha we could really talk about then, I guess, is going to be the lottery ball machine. We're going to be running one this week. I didn't have the exact date yet because I want to talk with a couple of the teams we're collabing with, but definitely this week, most likely Saturday, we'll do another live event for sure, where that machine's going to make it happen.
You got it, brother.
Again,
I
Trader
definitely,
Max.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. First off.
Oh man.
Tuesday is today.
Yes.
6 o'clock Pacific Standard.
I will be there 9 p.m. Eastern. Yes, I am going to be there. You will see. You will see my ass there losing as much as I possibly can. I don't think I've ever played the game before. I don't know. But
he's a shark if he's saying that.
No,
number one.
No. I'm all good, man. I've cut my teeth in blackjack. I wasn't. Well, we'll see what happens. I got a gambling spirit. Yeah, beginner's luck. If I win it, then that's going to tell stories. But thank you so much. Well, so I know you're getting like transfer stuff in there. You're having like a little bit of problems. Let's see if we can get you while you're here. Any alpha that's coming out here?
Yeah, so I can't name a name, but in the next 2 weeks we will have another top 20 centralized exchange that we're going to be listing on. Mm-hmm. And we just got news from a top 50 today that Buy Finance that just posted to their website. Jeez. In the next 3 days we'll have spot trading up on there. But we've got a top 20 on CoinMarketCap exchange that we are actively engaged with. That in the next 2 weeks the deal will be done, and we will have spot trading on that exchange. So just wanted to drop that here. That'll be our fourth top 50 exchange on CoinMarketCap in 18 days. So we're cranking them out and trying to just normalize the project. Get out into all the spaces and get liquidity in the market and normalize the price. So appreciate you having me on today. It's been a great experience. So
not a problem, man. It was my pleasure. TDS Dave, what do you got going on, man? Anything good?
So I'd say over the next few weeks, we really want to bring on normies. That's been a big talk with a few of my guys in the community right now, and working on SEO on the website. TDS, we found out searched about 57,000 times a month and growing about 100% a month right now. So I see that as a real big target. I want us to be the focus of Trump derangement syndrome. So my goal is to get some articles out, get some stuff on the website, and then I'm trying to figure out a way right now to get it on Wikipedia, that we could be one of the links as like the go-to source for your TDS content, for your information about it. So I'm just going to be working on the back end and relying on the community and guys who joined to just keep cranking out that artwork and just stay focused. We got a great floor. We've had some huge spikes up to 30 plus million. I think 3 weeks ago, we were back at 16 million. And what's really nice about our project is when the devs started it, there was nothing held. I think our highest wallet is 3% right now. So we have a real solid base and we just want to build from here forward.
Wow. Awesome.
And thanks for having me. This was awesome. A real cool experience.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, and let your community know that we want to have you back here. Even just being a community member, I would love to speak to the devs as well. Anybody you want to bring over,
I'm going to
join us at any time. Yeah,
get the dev on. They knew I was on today. They said Tuesday wasn't a good day, so I'll be in talks with you guys and get them on to share their story, because it's really cool. It's some guys that got together, aren't huge in crypto, put it on fun. It took off. They got on Moonshot for free. That exploded, but they're not holding wallets. They had to buy in themselves. They were buying in at 10, 15 million. So yeah, it's a real cool story on how the coin started. And to me, we are just getting started. So we have a lot of room to go.
Yeah, I really do love it. I feel that it does have a positional push, which I think it will be there in our portfolio as well.
Definitely appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. Crouton Jones, man, with the whole thing with the storyline and the network. What's in the line for you for the next 2 weeks? Just same as usual? You got some good stuff?
Yeah, man. We're dropping our game Runaway Jones on the App Store and Google Play Store here in the next 2 weeks. Very exciting. It's like a Subway Surfers, but it's Crouton Jones. He's the villains are running from him. He's trying to arrest them. And we'll have our leaderboard set up, and
so he's the chaser, not the chasee. That's
exactly,
good.
Exactly. And we have other characters that'll be in there, and we're also going to be going into our testing stage of our open world sandbox game. So we're doing a pre-sale on our NFTs, which is our access into our open world, sandbox. So pretty exciting, man.
Yeah, when those get closer, please feel free to use our network. The Shogun Gun Show is only one part of it. We do this 3 days a week. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. But we have like all of these systems that we have. We could do launch parties. We could do alpha systems. We can do just about anything where you get this kind of format. We do AMAs. We do it all. There's rare, varying prices for different things, of course. But as you see, our prices anyway for sponsorship, they're very inexpensive for what you get from everything that we have, and you'll get to use all of our tools and systems for free as well. So, but as you do, as everybody else does as well, if you're watching this, we hit 3,184 people today so far. Before we jump into the next little series for Harris and call it the day for us, I want to share our alpha. So thank you, Jordan, for letting and sharing with us. I think I got everybody in the process. It looks like we lost Swade there. I think he had to go. We lost a couple of people, but that's okay. It does happen. It's the nature of the beast, folks. You get to this point where, you can only time so much, right? You can only fit so much crap in a 5-pound bag, and it is so much awesome. And then fart a lot. That's about it. That's what I got for today. But I'm going to go down this just real quickly, and I wish for all of you guys that are watching, they're still here, stay with us for the after the fact. We're going to get in the backstage, and I just want to give you some stuff here as well. But as a network goes, it is always hard to come up with what's good to put out and what to tell people about. And the toughest part in that is keeping it real. Like Ghost says, trying not to sell the sizzle before the steak. For me, I give steak. Every time we do something, I give steak. We have a network right now. When we got into this industry, it was all about helping people prepare themselves for Pump Fun, educate them, staying away from those things, bringing people into that network. But we wanted to create these tools that made it very easy. And there's two things I'm going to give you all. One is the following, is what we refer to as the Launchpad. Now, for you communities that are already established and already have coins, put this to your wayside, right? But look at this in a way that you can be a part of our alpha group. And our alpha group is somebody that will be able to come on, be a part of our network. And for every coin that launches through our Shogun X Launchpad, now, this is not some normal launchpad. This isn't just, okay, it's just going to go to Radium and everybody does whatever they do. This is the protection series for Pump Fun. And what I mean by that, it is like Pink Sale, Fair Sale system that launches on Pump Fun. Not a system like Pump Fun, but launches on it. And what does that mean? That means that you get your crew, they come in, they buy the bottom, which they all put in money into the system. It's all protected. It's unruggable for the first 30 minutes that it's fired over there. And the next 30 minutes to an hour, it's a 15% hit if they do pull out their money. So the ruggers are paying. If there is a rug, they are paying all the way up to about 6 hours, which they can pay anywhere between 7.5 and 8% on that process if they rug after that 5 or 6 hours. The reason why we've done that is to protect the industry, to protect what's out there. And if somebody's going to be doing anything, it would be that money goes back into the system and the network. What we're going to offer is that we offer every coin that wants to come with us the availability to use our SaaS system to build their website, our education system, our Anvil bot system, our Tsunami network, all of our educations for our show systems. So imagine a coin that now can fire off with all the education they need to be right, be validated, be basically audited by us, the people that run coins, that run networks. And in that alpha group, I'm going to have investors. So now it can also be funded. And with that, this is where our alpha is coming out. When I say that, I tell you within the next 2 weeks, we're actually in a few days. We're looking between now and Friday to launch our second coin out there, not through us, but through an own private network that's going to have their own coin in the system. And we're just going to showcase it and show it out there and show it being done. And we expect great things from that because we have validated each one of those coins. There's 3 of them. We don't know who's going to hit first, though. But I'll have another on Thursday. I'll have a little bit more understanding exactly when it is. But it is within the next 2 weeks, of course, to my own rule. I stand by my own rules of that process. That solution there is all about having that availability. The other thing that I wanted to launch to each one of you because of this show is that somebody wrote me privately as we were talking about this. It's something I did a while ago, is that I created white label videos on getting into crypto and doing certain things of all different types of statures. I've made probably 10,000 educational videos, from my Trader Max series to my Shogun series to Our City Radio and all those things. Tens of thousands of videos in education. I'm going to make a series of getting in just from the simple things from Phantom and other things that I'll have out there. That'll just say Trader Max. It won't say anything is Shogun or anything else, but it'll be for that so anybody can use. And we'll have that to where you can set it up so quick and easy by a couple quick buttons that your people can go to and watch with your name on it, with your network on it. You can put your stuff on it. And this will give you an edge, and I want to give that edge to everybody as much as possible, because I believe that when you got great people like yourselves and you don't have those tools or the timing or the education on how to make videos and do all that, that somebody should do it with you and for you and give it so you can use it in your name. And I don't mind that. I have no ego behind it. I want people to be protected. So as a gift to all of you today, and in front of everybody else, I'm going to make those videos. And if you want to use them, you can use them. The system, as I've already given you, is free. And we'll have that in probably the next week or so. We'll have the fleshed out version ready for all of you. Mr. Quinton and I will be building that together. But as a gift for everybody here today, thank you so much. Mr. Quinton, you got anything final? Because I'm going to normally do like final versions, and maybe we could do it quickly here with everybody. We appreciate you. Wells, I know you're back on again. Do you have anything final you want to kind of tell everybody? It's just like a 30-second tit, and to your community and to anybody else at that point.
Yeah, I just want to shout out, our CTO team. We've got a team of about 15 people. 6 of them are on the core team and on our website. So if you go to eattradefart.com and you can see the 6 core team members, you can message them. You can go to their X accounts. And then there's about a team of about 15 people that ancillary, that are helping with graphics, helping with memes. We've got a rap video that there's 2 rap videos on YouTube right now. One under Eat Trade Fart and one under Hex Famous. Pretty awesome stuff put together there. And I just want to say thank you again for having us on and giving us a platform to talk about our community. And I just want to thank the community for rallying around us over the last 2 weeks and sticking with us and seeing how we're going from here. So just appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
It's all love, man. It's all love. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that as well. TDS Dave, man, thank you again for being here. Do you have anything lastly you want to kind of tell your community and being a part of that?
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for having me. Check out our website, TrumpDerangementSyndrome.io. There's going to be some blogs, things like that. And anyone that wants to come to join, we definitely want to build the community, looking for graphic designers, guys that can help us shill. I feel we're at the ground floor right now. So anyone wants to come and help out, we would love to have you join the project.
Absolutely. I got to come over and just check it out. Not that I have it. I just want to make sure. I like the pressure of that coin that you're talking about. So I appreciate you very much.
It's all over X. If you guys have 30 seconds, type in TDS on X and someone is tagging that literally every single second.
By storm, man. By storm. We seen it earlier. That's what we were talking about in back. But thank you so much for being here. Crouton Jones, again, thank you again for being here. What do you got for your community and any final statements?
No, I just want to say, man, Max, thank you for absolutely having me. It's been such a pleasure. This has been a great platform. I love what you're doing. I love the education that you are really bringing to this space, bringing real projects with real utility that are built. Huge shout out to you. Huge shout out to our community that is, been listening in. They've been rocking with us since the beginning, and we're just getting started. So I'm very excited for what's to come this year and this first quarter, and just continue to build. So you can go to Crouton Jones CTO. You can really just Google Crouton Jones. We pretty much all over Google. So
it's a very unique name.
Yeah,
I love it. Yeah. I love your value of that brand. Thank you so much, and we look forward to doing many, many more things with you.
Thank you, Max.
As I almost would love to have you as a co-host, Ghost, just so I could say that the co-host is Ghost. But I look forward to playing the game with you tonight. But do you have anything final that you would like to put out there and tell the world?
I mean, honestly, Trader Max, man, you are such a beyond good soul, good energy. You host these things, and I could tell you right now, from doing host of my own 2 hours straight, you make it seem so effortless, man. There's a reason why I come back, bro.
I know, man. I love it.
I enjoy it so much. I get to hear about projects like that I would have never probably found on my own.
Yeah.
And it's just such an honor to get called back here. So if you ever wanted me to co-host one of these days, I'd be here in a heartbeat.
Oh, thanks, brother.
Yeah, for real, dude. I love it. On a side note, man, yes, of course, I want to thank my community, dude. My community is seriously like the most. They're just so genuinely aware of how every little thing counts. We talk about this whole clock system. It's like a broken clock is right, twice a day, right? Mm-hmm. In order to really have a big movement, that clock needs to be on time at all times. And it doesn't matter if you're the gears, the battery, the hands, they're all equally as important. And so I try to remind my community every day for them showing up and showing out, even when we're down, even when we're up, They're always there, drama free, living their best life. And so I'm just beyond grateful that they, for whatever reason, welcomed me with open arms since the gate, man, and still support me to this day, no matter what the cost. And so I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And it was such a nice, meeting. Obviously, ETF is hilarious to me. Eat, Trade, Fart. The Crouton Jones, man, I can't wait to look deeper into that. It's hilarious, the whole setup. And of course, TDS, man, that's hilarious as it gets, bro, because it's a real thing. The syndrome is
it
real.
is real. It is definitely half my family. It's a real thing.
It's real.
I mean, I didn't have cause and effect to hate my mother-in-law before, but now it's all good.
Ghost, I'm definitely scooping one of those NFTs, brother, because I want to come play some poker, man.
I know, man.
Bro,
awesome,
you don't even need an NFT to play. I'll get you set up.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
I'll be there tonight. 100%.
Thanks again, Trader Max. We love you, bro.
Welcome, brother. Yeah, stick it out with us, buddy. Crypto. I almost said Crouton Quinton. It's a new name now. He has a new name. Quinton, what do you got for us today, buddy?
Just so much love, so much support for everyone here. Thank you for coming here. Your guys' support is what makes this platform, this format, what it is. Your communities coming in, showing their love, competing in the competition, chatting it up, showing their love. It's what makes us stronger together. Always thank you to my outreach team. It's tough to make these things organized. Definitely as more people are coming in, we're getting further and further ahead. You got to start organizing now a couple shows ahead. So it's getting tougher, but we're getting more used to it. And we're working together. The synergy there is constantly improving. So I cannot give enough love to that team. But that's what I gotta say. Thank you, Trader Max, for having me and allowing me to co-host and do the tech side of this. It's been fantastic to be able to work with you.
Dude, you keep thanking me for that, and I have no words for you, brother. You have just risen to the occasion. I just dropped the thing in your hands, and your education and what you have done has been all you, brother. You've done a wonderful job. I can't complain whatsoever. In fact, I'm very emotional over the fact that I get to do. You guys realize I get to do this every day. I get to teach at the dojo, a retirement thing, a love of mine. I get to do this, and I make it effortlessly, but it takes a lot of work, but it's done with the passion and love because I really do enjoy speaking and looking to every one of your faces. And now that we can do that, it takes us to a whole new realm. So my congratulations to each one of you, especially the Ghost, man. Your team is just wonderful, bringing in all the great love. I could just do this all day. And when I see that kind of response, man, you know what that is, right? That's you guys doing your thing. And I know that's tough for some. It's like to keep the generation of people always in tune with what you're doing. And you hear us blather on. We had 3,284 people in this stream today. This is a powerhouse of a show with no advertising, with no pre-advertising whatsoever. Imagine if you put a little more into that, and it can come out from that process. Each one of you has an army that's unstoppable. As I finish out today's show, I want to give you just a little tidbit of what we had talked about today. If you just tuned in, you've heard a lot of great shills in here. Go check each one of them out. On YouTube, our value will have our description will be in there. It'll have links to all the shows and everybody who has said something today. If you Shill, if you're a panelist, if you're me or what have you, and share this stuff out there. Get that content, get it in your hands, share it out there to as many people as possible, because you are the beginning army. Now you have become, if you're watching this, there should be no more excuses. Share that out on tweets, share that out of your, raid the heck out of everything you can get that has that Shogun army and all of your communities in there. Raid the hell out of it, because it's good, wholesome, clean, institutional stuff here, and there's real conversation here, there's real process here, and all of you should take advantage of that and use that. As far as all the normies that you're going to have and bringing in the future, there is things like On-Chain Labs and other places out there, Prevail, Paul Chain, all these great places. But the real power for what this is once we become a conversation on that, normies aren't going to make or drive this as much as you're going to set the path for them. So it's your experience, it's your honesty, it's your level of honor and righteousness that's going to set the path. And these coins that are sitting in here that you're watching, these are the ones to be a part of. They are not afraid to be in front of the camera and be in front of that process. These are the people you follow. I hope you all have a great day. It's February 11th. There's so many things around the corner. There's Valentine's Day coming. I hope you guys got some stuff set up. If not, then we'll have some stuff as well. I know there's some party stuff happening. I appreciate everybody. Please check us out on shoguncryptos.com. Check out all the wonderful services out there and everybody else that's here. We have this statement. We just hit 3,300. There we go. Not an all-time high because we hit 3,600, but pretty damn close here, people. That was amazingly awesome. Now I got to take a whole nother screenshot of that, and I think I caught ghosted a little bit of an unusual format there. Let me see what that looked like. Yep, there it is. We all look weird. Thank you. I appreciate that. we'll screenshot that out and use it as a PFP now. But thank you very much to everybody here. To all of you, for all those haters and all those people that they're getting to your life, go out there and live your life to the best. You know, we say this all the time. The best revenge is living well. Go out there today and live well. I'm Trader Max. This has been a Shogun Gun Show. We'll see you next time. And as always, live well. Guys, stick with me for a second. And outro.